that train stop, the city shuts down.
Yeah.
That's how serious they are. Think about it. When COVID hit, they that train did not stop moving.
Mm-hmm.
It was no way possible. That's the city of Chicago.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Seriously.
Mhm.
Alex. Alex Ivory.
Somebody close that door.
Is that
Um,
Alex Ivory?
who is this? Out, yep. Hey y'all,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
welcome to Lucid Conversations.
Also don't start.
We are here with my Lucid family. We are talking about how in the world do you love without trust? We came across this conversation due to a previous conversation regarding wanting your person to sign a prenup before marriage. Why are you marrying somebody that you don't trust? What y'all say to that? Can you love someone you don't trust?
Can you love someone?
Trust is huge because without trust, everything is an argument. Everything is a problem. Everything is a wonder. Everything is a paranoid
So
situation.
so can you love someone you don't trust? You can't.
You
gotta.
cannot.
You can't. Because I can, but it depends on the love too. I could love you to a certain extent, but if when we're together, a couple, I have to trust you 100%.
And so we are a couple and we love each other a
I
lot.
trust you 100%. When I stop trusting you, I'm not loving you like that anymore.
So, can you all hear me okay?
No, that get the other mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I have to kind of, because you know how my mind thinks,
Mhm.
guys. So, romantically, I don't think that you can love a person without trust. Romantically, because that's a different level of trust, of just of feelings and emotions. But going back to the initial question,
Mhm.
I have to say that I believe that you can.
You can.
You can, because if it's not a romantic type of love, because
I got that.
you could love a family member, like genuinely love a family member, an acquaintance, or whatever, someone other than a romantic type of relationship. So, in my opinion, I think that you can love a person that you don't trust as long as it's not a romantic type of love, because there are different emotions that are tied with that, if that makes sense.
Would y'all say that people are quick to trust people before they love them? The reason why I ask that is because in a lot of situations, we put ourselves out there for people we barely even know, trusting what they say. We don't know these people, we don't love these people, but we're giving and we're doing because they said, I'll do this for you. And most times we trust that and we don't know these people. So why is it so hard when you love someone and you know them and you lay with them and they've probably had a baby by you and you've got them pregnant? How can you not trust them?
Well, I'll say this. When you say you love someone, first of all, that is something that is special. You actually won. A lot of people don't get a chance to express love. On top of that, a lot of people don't know what love is. So a lot of times we are new to a lot of things because you don't love everybody the same way.
Right.
Right? So, like you were saying earlier that, your family members, you love them differently than what you love. But it all boils down to, in my opinion, is that a lot of us do not know the feeling of love. We think we know what it is, and we have a huge imagination as to, what we think love is. But love is deep.
Deep.
And if it's something that you've never experienced, you don't know.
You don't know what it
Simple
feels
as
like.
that. So to answer your question, in my opinion, yes, because people do it every day.
Love without trust.
Yeah, you know damn well this person is not good for you. And that person knows that you're not good for them. But it's something, I'll say this, you're not finished with them. So until you finish with them, trust is the second thing in life next to love that we do, that we get to express. And as I said before, if you've never had the opportunity to express love, you don't know what it is. You can't. Yeah.
I do agree definitely with a lot of the things that you said, and I'd like to add to it and just say that I personally don't want to say that maybe they don't know. I think that people know what they have been shown and what they have felt and experienced, and so to them it could be love. It could be their level. It's not to the magnitude that we know and what most people, believe and accept, because we know what it is. But to a certain extent, it could be that this is their level of love, and this is what they know love to be from a different perspective.
So, are people marrying because they love each other then? If we really don't know what love feels like or what it looks like, what is the reason people are marrying?
Oh, that's a whole nother topic.
You you can love somebody in that moment, and then the next moment you could be out of love with that person. Like I said, love is like marriage. It's something that you have to work at. It's just like faith. If you don't have any faith, you don't believe in anything. You can't believe in anything because you have no faith. That's what love is.
But I think trust leads to love. That's what
I can see that.
that leads to love.
1,000%.
But if you don't,
Because you're showing me something. You're showing me something for me.
To gain my
To
trust.
gain-
To gain my trust.
To make
And
me
now
feel
because
protected.
I trust you.
Alignment, yeah.
yes,
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
Yes,
I can see that.
Because you have shown me that.
because if I don't
Me.
trust you,
Right.
that will cause a whole some more problems.
Right.
You know,
Because I don't trust you, I'm giving you the side eye.
And I'm
shouldn't have to
wondering,
give you the side eye
and I'm not
if I
secure.
love you.
Exactly.
I shouldn't have to. So trust leads to love. So it's something you have to trust to say that you love this person.
Yeah.
And I understand what you're saying when you said people don't know what love.
I actually think you're right.
Right.
You're
So,
right.
but like she was saying, everybody love is different.
Yeah.
It's just
And they think,
my level of love might not be your
Right.
level of love.
Mm-hmm.
It's love
Exactly.
what you know it to be.
But we may not match.
Yeah.
Because the
and
way
that's when
you know
yeah.
love,
Yeah.
I know love totally different.
Totally different.
I don't know love
Yeah,
like that.
Like that. Exactly, Tasha.
And that's
exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
Because
It's-
it's
we're
not
just
it's
not-
not
it's
it's
just
just not
not
gonna
for
match.
us.
It's not for
It's
us
just
together.
not for
That's
us.
it, that's all.
Yeah.
But in order to love, you have to trust them 1st You just have to. That's my opinion. I would think.
And I can go with that.
So
Yeah.
Tori commented and said, "We be hoping we are right when we trust."
True.
How do you?
I'm with you when you're right, Capricorn. I want to say that, Tori.
What do we base trust on when we first meet someone? What do we?
does he mean? What does he mean? We're hoping we are right when we trust someone.
Because you're
Tori?
hoping that your instincts are correct in accepting this person into your circle. You're hoping that when I extend my trust, my love, and all of that to you, I'm hoping that it's right.
But
I'm hoping that I'm doing the right
And I get that. Okay, and I get that. But if I'm trust you, I'm not hoping nothing. Because, again, what's for me and what I know and what, I'm not hoping I'm right. I know I'm right if I'm trusting you.
And I can see where the hope comes in at, and that's why you got people signing prenups, because you hope it's gonna work.
You're right.
You hope that you made the right decision.
Because if you're with me and we're trusting each other.
We trusting each
We
other.
trusting each other with each other life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you got something in the back of your head
There's any doubt.
that's saying
Yes.
I still,
That's
because
questionable.
now we need to discuss it, because what you have shown me, you shown me that I can trust you. You have shown me, you have told me that I could trust you, so I trust you. I love you. What did I show you that say you can't trust me? What did I show you?
Because that's the way.
What did
we
I
see
tell
it.
you? What did you hear? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
Because
it.
it's something I have shown you that you don't trust me.
Or-
to make me feel for me to sign a prenup. And I don't want to talk about what you went through, because now you're bringing who you was with into this relationship.
Yes.
That person don't have nothing to do with this relationship. So what am I doing wrong?
That has
Let's
you.
talk about it.
Yes.
And
That's an entire
What
conversation.
am I doing wrong?
What?
Let's talk about
That's
it.
the way a logical person, I would think the same thing. And people seem to think that it's all about, because going back to that particular question, people seem to think that it's, going back to that particular question, people seem to always think that when it comes to the prenup that it's just about the financial aspect of it. It's so much bigger than that. Like, one of the things that I always hear men say is women are emotional. Yes, and we're going to think of things from an emotional standpoint. So if you're thinking about it from that level, we're not looking at it that way, because we internalize it and we personalize it. Like, what is it that you are seeing in us? What is it that you feel as though that we didn't exemplify in your eyes that would make you want to say that this is what we need before we go into this marital agreement?
And the fact that asking someone to sign a prenup, I couldn't get past that. That's gonna always lay dormant that he doesn't trust me. Even asking me if I'm pregnant with your baby, and you ask me for a DNA test, how you think that relationship going to work?
People, I don't think to that magnitude that men even comprehend and I'm no disrespect, and I'm not saying that, but they would even comprehend or understand that level of emotion in women, because that would, as a woman, we feel that. Men they don't relate to that. That's what I'm saying. That's a whole different level. So we're gonna always be at a situation where we're butting heads in this type of a question, because they're never gonna see it from our standpoint, and we're never gonna see it from theirs.
That's a powerful point about the emotional aspect, because I'm sorry, you trying to say, go ahead.
Yeah, some men, because I was taught, my father taught me, women are much stronger and much smarter than men.
Oh, Dion,
Oh, for real. Seriously.
powerful.
This is how I was taught. So, when, in my situation, when I looked for a woman, if she couldn't teach me anything, I didn't want to be bothered with her.
We look we look for the same thing. We are exactly in alignment with that.
I was always taught, my dad would tell me, and maybe I call him, I was always taught that women are a lot smarter and a lot more quicker and a lot stronger than we could ever be. And he said the key to, he would tell me all the time,
Come to the
he said,
side gate if you're here.
the key to getting whatever it is that you want
Be right back, y'all.
for you and maybe both of you is you have to learn to listen. And for the world of me, I can never understand that. Like, what do you mean listen? It was like, he said, not just with your ears. You have to listen with your whole being. And this is how I was taught. So I don't always, especially not in these times right now, like men are super, I'm just going to say it, men are bitches. They're the new bitches. I mean, men complain if I'm I'm not saying all women complain. Men complain more than any woman I ever met. Some of them. Just get in the DJ field. You'll see it every day.
I dated
a
DJ once.
Men want to be
I'm familiar with that lifestyle.
the prize. You know, I would not feel comfortable with a woman chasing me,
That's right. Ooh.
waiting for me to give in.
I can't
I'm
see it.
a hunter.
I can't see it.
You know,
I can't see
so
it.
wait, you know, that's a very, very good point, Dion. So I was talking to my friend Nicole about this today. And we were talking about how, you know, like when we go out places, you know, men sometimes they flirt, they say things, so on and so forth. But they go so far and sometimes they don't close the deal. And because they don't, you know, close the deal, because it's like they'll throw it out there, and I'm receptive, you know, I know how to engage or versus not engage or whatever. And when we talked about that, and I said, so sometimes men don't always, you know, close the deal. And it's funny that you say that they're hunters, because women do want to be, you know, pursued. We want to be hunted. Not so much chased. I don't want to say that, but there is a level of us being put in your presence, and then we allow, you know, saying that, you know, we're waiting to see what it is that you guys are going to do if you're going to reel it
I'm gonna
in.
tell you this, and this is, I don't know how other men feel. I'm only speaking for me and the way I was brought up. You only.
Hey, Jamal, come on in here.
You
That's
only
Jamal, y'all.
accept-
Hey, Jamal,
Hello,
how
sir.
are
Hello.
you?
You only accept what you can dole out. It's as simple as that.
Hold on 1 second, Dion. Hey, Jamal, we talking about how do you love if you don't trust your person? So we just filling in the blanks. Okay, Dion, I'm sorry.
What I was saying was you only accept what you can dole out. If you don't dole it out, it's probably not acceptable. But that's just the way that I was raised. Again, I'll say it again. I was taught that don't go after a woman if she can't teach you anything.
That's
And
powerful.
my father would say that till this day. And I've been married 31 years.
Ooh.
Right? 31 years. And I became an electrician when I was 17 going on 18. So I didn't even like my wife. I've known her all my life, but I didn't like her. I thought
Right.
she was a light-skinned, stuck-up,
Right.
you know, never even wanted to deal with her,
Right.
you know. And it was like, man, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You know, she's a college girl and all that. She just had what I didn't have. She had determination. She put herself through school and all that. I didn't understand that as a young boy because we developed later. But I'm saying that to say, when I was coming up, being an electrician, I had more money than my friends did, right? But I didn't know what the fuck to do with it. My wife taught me that. And, you know, I was always, I got the money, I just go buy it. When I got with my wife, she was like, slow down. And she made me ask these questions. Do you really need that shit? Well, I want it. That's not what I'm asking you. She would say that. It's not what do you really need that shit? I'm like, well, I don't really need it, but I want it. And my wife would tell me after 31 years, you got to learn the hard differences between your wants and your needs.
Yeah, that's good.
You know,
How
my
did
wife
you-
could
how did
squeeze the buffalo off a nickel. And I just go, okay.
How did you take that when your wife told you that?
Well, being the way that I was raised, my wife is my equal. I'm not above her. I'm the head of my house, but my wife will throw them hands with your ass too. So, I mean, and she can shoot just like I can shoot. So I give her that respect, and you know, I don't look at her as any different. I think maybe I could lift the couch up a lot longer than her. But, or I could move some heavy shit. But as far as I'm concerned, she can do the same shit I can do. Period. You know. I mean, we have our differences, but you know, and mainly it's because one of us don't quite understand. You know, so
They saying the mic's too low. How I turn it up?
the knob, one of them should say volume. You,
Okay.
the
I think
two,
I got it.
Yeah, all three of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because now I can hear you.
So
I can hear you. Can you
is
hear
that
us
better?
louder?
I
I
can hear.
you through the microphone.
Okay.
You can turn. Yeah, that's how I was just raised. You
See,
know.
that
so.
one works now.
So
Testing. Can you hear?
I can hear me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
You can't hear?
I can't hear that one. No.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Nee.
Okay.
So I think it's just those two that work.
All right,
Okay.
well, welcome, Jamal.
Welcome, Jamal.
Thank you. How you
Jamal
all
is,
doing?
is my popcorn person.
Yeah. Jamal Shabazz from Reasonable Ignorance Podcast and
Yes.
Enjoy Corn Gourmet Popcorn also. Glad to be here.
Hey, welcome.
Genuinely Black is my good peoples and everything, and she hit me with the subject and hit me with the be here, and so I'm here.
And I'm appreciative that you're here.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, he has a reasonable ignorance, and they talk about it all.
Yeah, we're very candid
Yeah.
and non-censored on the podcast at all. You know, we've been around for like 9 years. So it's every Thursday night we do a podcast. If you are sensitive with your ears now in this post 2020, post COVID years, this is not the podcast for you.
Absolutely.
If you got some thick skin, then you can listen to the podcast because we do go racial, we do go sexism, we do all that kind of stuff. We talk shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I can curse in that.
No, say what it is.
You sure?
This is Lucid Conversations, baby.
Okay, all right. So we very frank and honest and everything. But go ahead.
Okay, so I want to hear your thoughts, but I want to tell you all what Don McCoy said. Don McCoy says, "If I start not to trust you, my love will fade away. I put effort in making my heart distant." So,
Wow, right?
so tell me, Jamal, do you think you can love without trust? Does your love fade away if there's no trust?
You can love without trust. Initially, keyword. Initially, you can love without trust because it takes time to build trust. It's not something that you can do within the first 3 months, the first 6 months,
Yes.
I agree with that.
the first
Yes.
3
I
years.
agree with that.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
You know.
So, okay, so we all agree that it takes time to trust, right?
Mhm.
So why are we saying we love you before I trust you?
Because of the feeling.
So is it really love though, or are you?
It's
It's a variation.
Or it could be levels.
It's right. It's a
It's
variation
levels.
of it. Right. That part.
It's levels. Remember I said it got to be 100% once I'm married to you, but it got to get there. So it's levels to it.
So
you got to get to know each other.
Right.
Yeah.
You still
And that's the
you still
problem.
building and I call it it's a thing that I've learned over the years. When I was in college, it's called build and destroy. You building up, and then you destroying old. You're building up the foundation. Therefore, you're destroying what you've been taught, what you've seen, what you've learned. But you're building up a foundation. So you're destroying anything that's non-foundational, non-building.
Non-value added.
Correct.
Right.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We got to, in a situation when you enter into a relationship, like he was saying, he didn't like his wife.
Right.
I chuckled when you said that because
funny.
it comes, I'm glad you said what you said, and I give you valid and honor for saying that because at times you don't like the person that you're dealing with,
Right.
Until
Yes.
you get to know them better. Therefore, that builds that trust later on.
Right.
But you can love be in love with somebody before you trust them fully, and fully all the way.
So
You say you could be in love with somebody before you fully trust
I
them.
think he said love.
What did you say?
I stand on what I said.
In
that's
love.
where I'm
Okay.
stuck at.
You can be in love with somebody because you're so familiar. You're so you're very familiar with the situation. You're familiar with the person. Trust has to be molded and built.
But wait,
I think it
but
could
wait.
be. I
There's
can
very-
love someone.
No. I think
versus
that there's
being-
variations of being in love as well too.
Right.
So just like there's different levels and variations of loving a person, there could also be different variations of being in love with the person because you're still growing. That's why when people say I fall in love with you more and more each day, that's typically what that type of saying comes from because as you learn if you're truly invested in a person, you really want to learn everything that you can about them. Whether it's the good or the bad, and those are the type of things that help you to fall in love with that person even more. So yes, I do think that there are different levels and variations of love and what love is, as well as being in love. Just like you said, how it has to build up to the marriage, Tasha, and it has to build up to that marriage level. You can be in love with the person, but may not be ready to marry them as well. So I feel that it's different variations of it as well.
But and I understand that, but I'm stuck at the part where people are asking their person to marry them in such a quick time. Let's just go with less than a year, but saying that it takes time to build trust. Shouldn't it take time for you to be asked to be married to?
I mean, everything takes time. Some people know, some people don't know. Some people feel it, some people don't feel it. That's one of the things that we do as, I'll say, humans. We make a judgment as to what we would do and try to force it on someone else. We can't. You can't force your thoughts and your impressions on someone else to say, oh, they should do this.
That's the problem, right?
It may not be good.
Say it to me.
You know?
Share the link.
Oh yeah, share it, please.
It may
Share it
not
to my phone right quick.
be good for
Okay.
the way that you act, and what you do may not work for me. That's why when you were saying earlier that what's for you is for you.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
we all look and act upon things differently. What happens is we don't respect it because it's not us, and it really, like I
Because
said,
it's not like how we think.
Jamal, I
So
sent
we
it
don't
to your
be
messenger.
dismissive.
Right.
Yeah.
We can be very
Yep.
dismissive of things
Yep.
that we don't understand, things that we don't necessarily.
oh, I should have gave it.
Sorry. We can sometimes be dismissive about things that we don't understand. We do, like, I feel that I see where you were walking with that. In the world that we live in, and in the society that we are, we kind of look at things that, if it's different, if it's unknown, if it's foreign to us, we frown our nose upon it because we don't understand it. It's the same thing with, like you said, back to the analogy, and I hate to keep bringing it up, when you said that when you met your wife, you didn't like her. So it's kind of like that similar, the similar thing. You have to build up to that too. So I get that. I see where you were going.
I thought my wife was one of them light skinned, long haired girls with a fucking attitude, and a dark black mug like me. I didn't think I had a chance, first of all, but more so, I just thought she had a fucking attitude. When what it really was she was about her fucking business. And I wasn't.
So it was all about you. And
I
you
didn't-
put it off on her.
It took me years to realize that.
I was saying, so
Right.
it was about, right. So that's why you didn't like her. It didn't have nothing to do
And on
with
top
her.
of that,
It was because of you, because you thought she wasn't
exactly.
going to go with nobody.
And I'm gonna tell you
and
something
it
else.
was insecurity.
Most men
That's the problem.
are fucking insecure as
Right.
hell.
Say it. Wait.
Because it's
I
like,
need
you
silence.
don't
Hold
like me.
on. Wait, Tasha. Say what you just said one more time, Dion. Say it.
Most men are insecure as hell.
And that is why there is no trust, because of the insecurities.
But I'll say this, just to not get on women. Men have learned better now where we know the bullshit that y'all do too. So we've all grown.
But for real though.
Today's topic is not about that, Dean.
But wait.
We're not gonna talk
seriously
about
though.
But you,
Accountability.
you said something to the fact that people getting married within a year, right? Mm-hmm. That was the question that you.
That was my example. Yeah.
your example. Say the example one more time for me again.
So I was saying, because we were saying that trust, it takes time,
right.
and you are loving before you trusting. So why would you marry someone or ask someone to marry someone within a year that you haven't learned to trust yet?
You shouldn't do that.
And you shouldn't, but it's happening a lot.
It's happening with okay. Give me the age range.
Adults.
You know what? Honestly, that's real shit though.
No. You have to
Mildly, 'cause
you have
they're
to give me
adults.
you have to give me the age.
We can
range.
go with our
understand,
age
but they're
group.
still adult
We can go with our
age.
age group.
Huh?
They're still adults.
Generations. It could be millennials.
It's-
it could be
it's-
Gen X. It could be what
They're still adults.
You're
The
saying
bottom line is
you're
they're still
saying
adults.
right now, I'm 50. Anybody that's 50 plus is doing that within a year?
I don't know.
Are you saying
Yes.
I'm 50, 52.
Yes.
you 50? You
Yes.
saying yes?
Yes, I know someone personally. I don't want to call this person out. I don't want to, because they might watch it, but I know somebody personally.
Several people.
Go ahead.
Personally.
Several.
This man is probably 54.
Okay.
Probably 54. This man is on his fourth marriage.
See?
When I dated, wait,
The
no,
entire
no, no,
problem.
I'm just gonna just say this.
We can't even use him.
Listen.
We can't use him.
But-
He's
but
the problem.
It doesn't matter who's the problem. He asked, "Are there any people in our adult age?" And I said, "Yes, I know one personally."
Fourth marriage. He ain't never. What is this? Is Muhammad Ali?
I'm not. You know what? I'm not here to deal with any. I'm just.
I understand what you're saying, but
Because
I'm-
I know a lot of the people. I know the current wife. I know relatives.
okay.
and
So
that's why. And I'm
let's
saying-
use that as an example, but not pass
But,
or cast judgment. Never mind. Anyway, okay.
Yes.
I get what you're saying.
Yes.
I get it. I get the cues. I get the cues.
Yes.
Anybody that gets married within 1 year, regardless of in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s,
Shouldn't do that.
should not do such and does not know that person.
Yes.
There's no trust, no bond, no nothing
No,
at
that's
all.
been established.
Nothing's been
You
established.
don't even
Nothing.
understand what
There's nothing that's been established.
you don't even understand what your true connection is with this person.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because you got to have some type of connection to be with this person.
Yes.
Some people don't even understand what the true connection that they even have with this person.
Yes.
Yep.
1 year.
You right? You don't.
see,
You don't know.
50 years of age. I'm sorry.
And then that's a year
50
is.
Go ahead.
No, I was just getting ready to say a year is a stretch because people are being proposed to within 6 months,
And it happened.
and it's happening.
Are they homeless?
Nope. He's not.
But- I'm not saying no. You going back to him?
Wait,
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about this,
Dom
the whole
McCoy said, "Give
aspect
it
of
up."
it, the general of it. No, you don't know the person in 1 year. You know, within 1
Well,
year.
I can say because
You-
I was basically threatened about being married. I didn't think anything of it. My dad told me just because you like the woman and get her pregnant don't mean you got to marry. And I always thought that, like, okay, well, he know. But my mother had a whole nother thing about that. My mother was big on, you're not going to bring a bastard child in my family. And I'm looking at my mother like, what are you talking about?
You're not going to bring no embarrassment to her name.
There you go. And that's what it was. And I never forget because it's funny with me and my wife. I don't think
You're
I
not
had-
embarrassing me out here.
That was my
So
mother.
you better marry her.
right.
That was. Well, no, my mother actually said to me, "Oh, she good enough for her to stay at your place and sleep with you, and you do all that other good shit, but you can't marry her with my goddamn grandbaby." And I was sitting there looking at her like this. What are you talking about? And my mother was like, "Play a game if you want to." And that was one of the things that helped me grow the fuck up. Because I didn't realize until she told me she was pregnant with my son. All these things raced through my mind, but it was never like, I was basically was like, I don't give a fuck, because I was young, and it didn't hit me until she was big as hell, and my mother was like, she got 2 weeks to have this baby, something gonna change.
Share the live, y'all. Share
I'm
the
very-
live.
You was into a marriage by force, like you.
I wouldn't say it was forced because I'm a person that I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do regardless. I'm sure I'm gonna say what I got to say and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I
Right.
think it was more so me being not mature enough to understand the ramifications of what I was doing. That was first. Secondly, I think I was very insecure because I felt like at the moment, like shit. Excuse the way I'm gonna say this. I got some more fucking to do.
Right.
You know?
My man.
You know?
Right. Right.
No.
I understand. I understand.
And this is how men at that age is how we think.
How old were you?
And
How old were you at that time? At that age?
Shit, I got married. I was 26.
Okay. Yeah.
26 when I got married. 26 or 25. One of them,
Right.
And all the while I'm thinking to myself like, shit. I was popular. I had money. I had nice Spartan cars, and I was doing it. I wouldn't give a fuck about what was.
man.
Yeah, I thought I was. You know.
You know, without even knowing your situation and without even knowing you really,
Mhm.
I can already tell why you've been married so long.
Why is that?
Because of your humility.
Oh,
You
it
don't-
has to happen.
You don't think you know everything.
No.
You've already given your wife the respect that she deserves. You've already said, I'm the head of the household, but I need her. And that is not the response that we get from men. Men are disrespecting the women that they say they love.
They can do what they do. And sometimes I don't like to be around men that disrespect their wives. That's just me. I have no time for bullshit. Me, again, I'm gonna do what I need to do. I love my wife. And I'm not saying I don't look at other women or whatever. There's some fine motherfuckers out here. But
And
I'm not insecure enough to say,
Time out.
no,
Time out.
to say, oh, I'm gonna go do this and I'm gonna go do that.
Time out.
I think
Genuinely
there are
black, time out.
ramifications behind me doing some shit.
Think about the
I had a lot of shit to lose,
people
and
think-
Yeah, see?
I don't want them kind of headaches,
That's all.
and I don't want to lose no more weight, and all that kind of shit. I mean, it happens, and I didn't realize how much I love my wife until we had problems back then. And that's when you like, damn, I'm fucking this all up, and it wasn't her, it was me. Young, looking at some old fat ass, and you like, man, and they digging you. I'm DJing, so a lot of shit happens around the world with DJs. I could be the first to tell you, and it gives me a lot to say that I walk away from this shit. Just come from me. It's hard, but you gotta walk away. I mean, my wife ain't there. What was I? I was in Portugal playing, and shit happens.
Right.
You looking like, listen, darling, I would tell on myself. What do you mean? I talk in my sleep sometimes. I act different. I'm nervous when I do some foul shit, so I know myself. And this yellow motherfucker at home would notice this. Oh, so why bother? That's just the way I see it. But we as men, it's like we took I don't know if you agree, we took like several steps back. What was the post I put up last week? That I said that if you a man that gossips, that seeks out gossip, you are a very, very dangerous woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's deep. That's really deep.
So, you got something, Tasha?
No, I don't. I just want to go back, ask Jamal, what do you think about, because the question is stemmed from the prenup. So maybe you can
What?
ask him that question, like, would you sign, what about that
So,
question?
so if you, let's go with a year. You and your person have been dating for a year, okay? You all love each other, deeply in love with each other, do everything together. You have, let's say you have $1 million stashed away, okay? But when you get married, everything becomes ours. Are you making your wife sign a prenup before you marry her?
You only known this person for how long?
A year, but y'all
Yeah.
getting married though.
Prenup.
Why?
Why?
I'm just asking why. What's the reason?
Marriage is a business. Marriage is a business. Besides, and I just learned that years ago. I mean, I learned that a long time ago, and everything. But marriage is a business, and you've only we going off the terms and factors. She said that only a year. Who's worth $1 million?
So,
See, I
I
get you on that. with that
But
year. I do. I
who's
get you
worth
on
who's
that.
worth $1 million?
so why marry this person?
Wait. Answer the question, Black. Who's worth $1 million?
I am more than that.
Okay, so you worth $1 million.
More.
Yes. Prenup has to come into play.
But why marry them?
But why marry?
I mean, because you see a future in the foundation with them, I guess, within that. I mean, you don't, once again, you don't know that person within a year, but you're doing it anyway, regardless.
Okay.
So I'm going in. I'm stepping into the foot of that person.
So
Let me finish.
Okay.
Step into the foot of that person. You don't know each other at all whatsoever within that year. Keep that in mind. You have to, as a man or as a woman, protect your assets. Protect everything, regardless of what's the age factor or anything. You have to protect. So, if I don't know you within a year, we're jumping up, going to doing a Vegas wedding or doing one of those Cancun destination weddings or something like that. Just the two of us and everything. Yes, my lawyer has to hit you up. You got to sign this prenup.
So let me just make.
I just
Go
have
ahead,
one-
babe.
I just have one quick question for you, because I've noticed that you referenced that it was for a year. So let's just say, for instance, it's 4 years. Does that change? If it's 5 years, what's considered an acceptable amount of time? Because that is going to be subjective to each individual. So Tasha may be in a relationship, and Tasha may feel that her and her partner are transparent, so transparent that she feels as though she knows this person inside and out within a year. So it's always going to be subjective to that person. So what do you feel would be an acceptable amount of time for you to be courting or be in a relationship with someone that you want to marry? Because that's the whole thing. You see enough of them that you want to create a future with them, but not enough to fully trust them with your financial assets, because that's the way we kind of receive it. So what's considered an acceptable amount of time for you to not feel that you need to protect your assets from the person you want to marry?
That's a loaded question. Very loaded. We're going off the parameter of what years.
Because that's,
Give me
I only say that because
give me the parameters of what years.
I only say that because you kept saying 1 year.
Yeah.
That's what you.
Within 1
and that
year,
was,
of course,
that
because
was,
y'all don't know each other.
I understand that. So
All right.
going back to that, we don't know each other in a year. So will we know each other enough in 4 years?
But
Does the 4
In
years
4
matter?
years, yes, you all know each other.
But wait a minute,
Wait,
y'all.
wait,
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 wait.
Darlene, hold
Okay,
on,
go ahead,
hold
go
on,
ahead.
hold on. Go ahead.
Within 4 years, you all are knowing each other. Within 4 years,
Okay, so 8 years now. So I'm gonna, cause
you're moving that goalpost.
I am, because I want to know
In
is
8 years, that you
enough
have not. You
for-
all have been together.
We've
in
been
8
together
years?
for 8 years.
Something wrong.
So if we've been together for 8 years and we are now getting married after 8 years, would you still want me to sign a prenuptial agreement? That is my only question.
After 8 years,
Because you kept saying it's been a year, and you said, I think you said it about 4 times. So I said that 1
within
year.
that year, yeah,
Yeah,
within
you kept
that
saying,
year,
and that was very important to you. So
8
now
years?
it's within
Yeah,
that
you-
8 years.
Yeah, you know about what's going on. Yeah, so maybe not a prenup. No, within that 8 years.
Okay, so maybe not a prenup. Then what would it be? Some type of legal document that's needed to still
I
protect
don't
your
know.
assets?
I don't know about that right
But
there. I don't know about that right there.
So-
But I'm going off the parameter of, or the idea of 1 year.
let's
They
stick to
don't
the
know
1
each
year.
other in that 1
We
year.
we can stick to the 1 year. I'm still stuck at
Why are you stuck?
the emphasis of I don't know you, but I'm about to marry you.
What is it that you get stuck about?
What that? I don't know you, but I'm about to marry you.
Once again, they're going through a situation. Those two are going through a situation where they're trying to build something together and see what happens.
Now, let's call it what it is. One or more persons
back to the
need
hope.
to be.
Yeah,
It goes back to
it
the
goes
hope.
back to hope.
It goes back to hope. I'm
But you-
hoping
but you
this
said-
is going to be good enough, and I'm hoping our marriage will sustain, and I'm hoping you are the person you presented yourself to be, and I'm hoping that this marriage could work. We are marrying people off of hope.
Baby, that's a whole nother conversation with a K. People are being married off of hope.
And this goes back to the question at the last podcast when you asked, what are some of the reasons that relationships are failing
Are
today?
failing.
'Cause they
And
don't
you
know
got
each
hoping
you got
that the
women.
relationship
you got,
is going
They
to
don't
work.
know-
Yep.
They don't know each other, but after 8 years, though,
We're hoping it's going to
after
work,
8
Jamal.
years, after
After 8
eight,
years, we should have been married.
Jamal, I hope you turn out to be who I think you're going to be.
after 8 years, after 8
After
years,
8 years. So
Man.
is
I hope-
it safe to say that people are marrying because they need support? They need health care.
There you
They
go.
need
It's a lot of reasons.
stability.
It's a lot of
they
reasons.
need because it ain't love now. We ain't marrying for
So-
love.
You
Healthcare and 401k is
Those are major and
is
real
major.
like real talk.
So basically,
they're-
you marrying somebody that you can benefit from.
a lot of people
Ooh,
are
baby, bye.
entering same-sex marriages
Uh-oh.
that are, but they're
I
living
can't talk on
separate.
that
No. Listen, they're marrying. They're
Can't talk on
marrying.
that, brother.
They're marrying the same sex, but they're living separate lives. So meaning, like, let's just say Tasha and I got married, but we just got married legally on paper. So we are buying a home. We are attaining assets. We are securing things for our financial future and our legacy. But Tasha's still into men, and Nidra's still into men, and Nidra's doing her thing, and Tasha's doing her thing. But legally, we are married on paper. We are reaping all of the LGBTQIA community.
Oh, let
all
me
of
find
that.
me a
Yes.
wife.
So there are a lot of people that are doing that now. So
I never,
when they talk
ever
about
knew.
marriages, like I was only messing with you when I was talking about like asking
So-
all the questions, but
They scamming.
people are entering marriages for a lot
Finessing.
of different reasons.
Think about
For a
the
lot of
foreigners that
different
come
reasons.
over here to get married.
Wait, so
to get
Hey,
citizenship.
you sure I can be
So,
frank?
yeah.
You get Jamal.
Yes.
So you saying they on paper, them two women,
Jamal, say it. Come on,
Yeah.
bring it.
Yep.
them two broads is scissoring when they want to, and then going out and getting some penis.
Because I
right-
never ever knew.
penis
Well,
and shit.
they may not even be doing anything with each other. They
Never
might
ever
not
knew.
be doing anything with each other. However, these type of relationships are now, and it's not just women, it's men also, that are marrying each other
I
and
can't
they're
talk
doing
about
it
that.
on paper. They're doing it on paper. And when they do it on paper, they reap all the benefits of a joint partnership.
But I think
You-
that's
you-
what
you-
that's
you-
been
you-
going on.
You going
has
into
been.
Yeah, that's what
It's
Two-
been
I
going
never
on.
knew
y'all,
that.
you,
But-
so you saying y'all two know two dudes that's getting married,
I don't say
but
I
still
know them.
out
No,
here.
I'm not
I
talking
Still out
about
here.
homosexuality.
No, I'm not talking
no,
about,
no,
but
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
anybody.
I
Deidre
personally,
brought it up. We gonna talk about it. You know two niggas that done got married.
I don't know them personally. I'm saying these are the
But you
things
know
that
two-
I see on
okay.
social media.
All right, hold on. You're saying what you've seen on social media is two niggas can get married,
Legally, just for
legally
the,
married,
Yep. On paper,
on paper.
buy homes, acquire businesses together, joint and do all of this and that, whatever. They're reaping the benefits that married people reap when it comes to filing and doing all of
Instead
that.
of getting them married with in a traditional marriage,
Apparently, they couldn't find that.
you know
and
that's
apparently
self
it
hate,
didn't
but you
work.
know that's what that is to me. That says
bumping.
they self hate.
could
Something
be.
got to be. Some,
They
that's,
could be.
I don't think it's a bad idea.
what you don't think is a bad idea? Two niggas getting married?
People marrying to benefit off each other. So what's the
Jamal,
difference?
What's the difference between two niggas getting married? If you're gonna do the same thing, you can do that with a woman. You can do that with that's an
But
arranged
it's,
marriage.
I mean, but
You can
it's
arrange
the
the
same
marriage.
thing that we could say about women.
Let me
It's
finish.
the same thing.
Let me finish.
Let me hear you, Jamal.
If you could sit up here and do that with a guy legally, but you still partaking in women, am I correct?
Correct.
Are these two niggas bi? Go with it. Let's go with the theater. Come on.
Okay, I'm going.
Are they bi or are they just straight heterosexual?
Well, for the video that I saw, and this was a while ago, they seemed to not be into men at all. Like there was, from what I saw, there was no bisexuality and no homosexuality. They just did this to better, like I guess maybe live in situation. I don't know what the whole
Brother.
premise was behind it.
That's a mental health issue right there.
Well, I look at
That's
it.
a mental health issues right there.
'Cause
I'm
I-
sorry. Ain't no. Just give me 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Ain't no way I'm gonna marry him, and he's an electrician. And I'm a businessman.
Exactly.
Fuck that.
Right.
But wait,
But you said I
Jamal.
could be
But wait,
friends
but
now?
no, say it. But wait,
Alcohol
let's go
kicking
back
in
to
now.
you just said a few minutes ago that marriage is a business.
Yeah.
So you and him marrying is a business.
Hey, brother. Let's kill the business.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I don't want the business no more.
You want the business with the opposite sex.
I want it with you.
With the opposite sex.
You.
Exactly.
But what
If
if?
that's the case, then,
After 8 years.
then that's the case. I find somebody with you. I'm not finna go out and go get another penis.
Right.
Fuck that.
Is that your puppy?
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
I think I actually know two people in this situation, who actually women, but they did it for insurance reasons.
What?
Yeah.
But they still have.
No, they are not intimate or anything.
Let me
They
go let
married
Deanna-
each other
Yeah, for insurance reasons.
for the job. They didn't even have to marry each other. Trust me.
Well,
If it's for the job, because a lot of these corporations do
One-
domestic partner,
yeah,
and you don't even have to marry them.
that was before that
Okay.
passed. but-
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Just for insurance reasons?
Insurance
So somebody
reasons.
didn't want to get a job? I mean, what is it?
No. The job that she was at was not as good as the other job. So it kind of went a whole nother way.
Tasha, we can,
But, you know,
save more money? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
and I understand his point. I'm sorry.
Right.
I understand his point too.
Right, right.
It'll never happen.
How you doing?
Never, ever.
Hey man, there's a chair right there for both of y'all.
And I guess it's more so the perception too, you know.
What perception is that?
No, I'm just saying, me and you, if somebody told you,
Two guys, or two girls.
two guys got married, two girls, whatever, two guys got married, right? And but they ain't, you know, fucking with each other or whatever, I would probably be looking like bullshit, you know. But I get it, you know. But I actually know somebody in that situation.
Wow.
So we got two new people that just came in. My Dion, you all know him as Sonny Chiba, and Manny. Hey. So we are talking about. It can't say. I don't think they want to be on camera. They probably just want their voice to be heard. But we are talking about how y'all loving without trusting. So we getting some interesting.
Perspective.
Yeah, that. So what do y'all say? Y'all got a comment? Can you love somebody without trusting them? Give him the mic, because I want to hear these words.
Put the mic and put him in
Come
front
on.
of the camera.
This one right behind.
Come on, go over there so we can see your face.
Is that one on?
This one, no, it's not. Okay. So that one is.
They don't need to see me.
Yeah, you can put it. Y'all, okay. Yeah, come on, bring your tail over here.
I'm known as Batman, so I'm gonna stay as Batman.
Okay.
Now, okay, you said trust somebody and love them.
Can you
Can you
Can
trust?
you trust?
can you love someone that you do not trust?
No, you can't. That don't even sound right. Well, at least to me it doesn't. I can't. How can I trust you with my life when I don't love you?
See, that's what I'm saying.
I gotta, and it's gonna take a whole lot for me to even get into the love portion. But trust comes before the love does.
It builds up.
Yes.
That's
It builds
all part
up.
of
Exactly. That's
getting
how
to
And
know
then-
somebody, because you gotta understand somebody, and then you gotta be able to trust them after you understand them. But you know, that's just me. It's not a lot of me around here, so.
That's an interesting perspective, too.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it was kind of the same
That's
thing
what we were
all
saying.
said.
Yeah, because it's levels to this.
Right.
And I have to, no.
I don't
trust you.
think,
I
I still say no.
So
Because if I
Cannot.
trust you, because for me to love you, okay, you know the trust got to build there, so I have to know you. I have to know you inside and out for me to trust you.
Period.
And because I trust you and I know you inside and out, I love everything about
About
you, even
you.
your flaws.
And not to mention, and not that, I know we all having unprotected sex, but it's easy to have unprotected sex with somebody you ain't never been to the doctor with. You barely even know.
Because the flesh will
Because
get
the-
you
because-
all the time. The flesh will fuck you up all the time. Plain and
And
simple.
simple.
It's just that simple.
D.I. peeked his head around and said, "Oh,
It will. When you put yourself in certain situations, you know you ain't got no business being there. Temptations happen. And when you don't want to control that flesh will take over.
Will take over. But yet,
Tripping out, how bluntly she said, like,
and
y'all have it.
now you done had unprotected sex with this person you don't know, right? I know this. It's coming back to the DNA, okay? You done had sex with this person that you don't know, right? Unprotected. This person then got pregnant, right? Now you want this person to sign a DNA test because you had unprotected sex and you don't trust them because you don't know them. No.
Now I see that.
I saw a video
I
But
can see that.
going around social media. That
but whose
talked about
problem is that?
that. It's
Both their problems.
yeah,
But
was
it's
gonna
really
say,
his
it's not
problem.
singled out to
Because
one.
he's the one requesting the DNA test. Why should a woman grant you something when you are just as fault as I am? So if I am pregnant and I do have a baby and it ain't yours, you finna to pay.
But
Because that's
But
the
I do
position that the
see
men
him-
put
I do
themselves
see
in.
him asking for that
Time
DNA test because this is just something that just has happened. Now, if we in a relationship,
She said,
don't ask me for no DNA test because we're together. We're in a relationship.
Can you hear me?
I can.
But
Can
if
you
we're
hear me?
just somebody random, yeah, I see that. I see that.
Yeah,
Let's get you in
I
trouble.
see the reason, but
You talking about that 60-year-old,
the who?
the 60-year-old woman?
What happened with her?
Y'all didn't hear about that?
Yeah.
The 57-year-old lady.
She got
Was
pregnant.
it 57 or
She was
she's
50
60
She's
something?
57 and she got pregnant. The one with her daughter is showing all the videos on social media and documenting her mom. She slept with the older man and the man told her he don't believe that the baby is his.
Right.
Yeah, so that one. Is that the same one you're
I
talking
think
about?
that is because
Okay.
the second video is they were in the she was in the car and she's going back and forth with him
Oh, this the one we talking.
on the phone saying this your baby,
Yeah, I said that one. Yeah.
And everything.
Uh-huh.
and he's like, what's going on here and everything. Yeah,
So that's not a joke. I seen that. That's not a joke.
I thought hey,
Right.
we on the same page.
I'm-
I always thought this shit
I
because
think because
everybody
a lot
wants
of that
attention.
TikTok is
Yeah.
a lot of that TikTok. They are skits.
Yeah.
A
Oh, yeah.
lot of them,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
thought that's what I thought
That's
that
what I
was.
and they
That's
want
what
attention
it's
so
for.
I
bad.
thought that was
But
a
I don't-
skit they was doing on him.
I don't know if this 60-something-year-old woman or 50-something-year-old woman is she wanting to do this skit shit for real?
Yeah.
And she's talking about she's pregnant?
Yeah.
Like, and then talking about,
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
look
going to
what
take you
it's
for
doing.
child support.
But look what it's
That's-
doing. It's having us talk about it.
Yeah.
It's having us talking about it.
That's what it's really about. That's the all it
What
is.
what you say?
Likes and memes.
Wait, pass him the
That's
mic
it.
so we can hear him.
Likes and means. That's what
That's
it's
why he
about.
should bring his chair. over.
Right, you should bring your chair over there.
No,
Thank
don't
you.
talk about it.
Be ready.
Oh, you gotta go Leon.
Oh, okay. Well, you can sit right here.
You can sit here because I got
It was so nice meeting you. Thank you. It's nice to meet you. Take care,
Okay.
okay?
See you again.
big dog. Have you that?
Take care, bro. All right.
You leaving, Dion?
Yeah, I gotta
Thank
get
you.
back down the street.
You know how to let yourself out?
Yeah.
You know, okay.
Just as long as your dog don't try to handle me.
You going
what's
out
your
the
name
back?
again?
Oh,
Nah.
Al.
Nah.
Al.
Well, hold on, I'll let you out. Come on.
Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna rap with you too about something too.
Okay. Give me a call.
Might be worth your while.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on, y'all.
Yeah.
What we talk? All right, we going back to this 57-year-old
Yeah, you sound
getting
like
likes and memes. But that's the social world at this point right now. Everybody has to have a like or a meme in order for them to be, I guess, known and
Yeah.
be a part of the world. We was just talking about the whole AI thing that's about to get out of control and people about to that's about to hit a different type of level at this point too. So I just can't. I don't know. I just tell everybody, get your guns and your ammo together and make sure you have plenty of food.
I think that everybody is doing something stupid on social media. I just saw a video of a young girl, a young lady, that ate an entire Chipotle bowl in 7 bites, and they literally watched how she did everything and how she that's
Come
all
here.
she does is she sits there on social media and eats. And that is all her following and all of that is about. And then I was told that she gets paid for that. Like, that's crazy. So yeah,
what
people
we
do all
talking
types
about?
of things on social media. We initially started talking about, Jamal brought up the young lady that was the woman that was 57 and she got pregnant, and Tasha said that she thought that it was a skit, and I said I thought it was a skit too. And then Al was saying how like people do all of these things just for likes and for memes, and that was kind of how the subject was going.
Yeah. So, what did we come up with? Can we
I
love
don't know,
without
but
trust?
Can we just say hello? My mom is in the room.
Hey, Mama
Nell.
Nell.
That's my mom, everybody.
Hello.
Her wisdom is wisdom in y'all.
No, we can't love without trust.
You cannot.
I don't think you can.
Let's ask.
Mama
Mom, let's
Neil.
ask you. So the question is, you got to hold the mic, Mom. The question is, can you love a person that you do not trust? You got to talk in the mic, Mom.
No, I have to trust you. I really do. Trust is a part of love.
Speak on that wisdom. So when people are getting married before they trust them, what's the real reason?
Desperation.
Yep.
Loneliness.
Loneliness.
Desperation.
Stability.
Yeah.
So the moral of this session of Lucid Conversations is that you cannot love without trust. And anybody that's asking you to sign a prenup,
We don't need to be getting married.
Because they
y'all
don't trust
need to
you.
be getting married
'Cause they
there's
don't
no
trust you.
There's no trust. And if there's no trust, there will always be a problem. Come on.
Within a year, prenup needs to be signed.
You don't need to get married.
If you prenup, in my opinion, if you want to get married and you want to stay with this person, prenup needs to be signed within that. If you all only know each other within a year,
So why do you want to stay with this person though?
And why marry me within a year if you are unsure?
That's what I want.
we don't want you. We don't want you to get away.
But why?
You obviously see. I can't talk frank because mom's here now.
No, you can speak.
Act like I'm not.
I can't do that. No.
Let me. This is lucid conversations. and we
Okay,
speak
you
from
said
the
that
heart
now.
here.
You all saying
so
that.
Come on here.
All right.
Want some jelly beans?
No.
Pass them over here. Pass them over here, Dion.
Everything is lucid in here.
Okay.
So say what it
the
is.
Situation changed because I'm here.
Talk louder, Mama. That's what
Why
my
did the
MJ said.
situation change?
I mean, it's because. Let me finish.
Respect.
Yeah, with
It's
respect.
okay. It's okay.
It's okay?
I want to hear it.
We like to be
Gotcha. All right,
disrespectful
cool.
sometimes.
All right. Okay. Now, ask the question again. Why did what change?
What did I
I
ask?
thought you said, well, my marriage.
The prenup. I said, okay. So the prenup the prenup has to. If you are worth $1 million or more, you only even own this person for 1 year, but both of you all want to get married.
No.
Okay.
Not both. The man is asking the woman to marry her. He doesn't know what she's going to say.
You didn't say that part.
Well, who else asking who?
You didn't say that part. Wait, hey, look, women ask men.
All the time.
Women getting on their knees and asking men. Am I right?
Right. You're absolutely correct.
Okay.
Well,
So
The two women can get married together. And you
I'm
can
not
marry
moving no
both
goalposts at
and
all.
stuff.
The narrative is changing here.
The narrative's not changing.
The
If the
bottom line is if you, I'm sorry.
We're changing the narrative too much here. The bottom line is the question initially was, can you love a person without trust? Then we discovered that you cannot love a person without trust. So then we moved on to, well, what about the prenup? Why marrying someone? And you, with that year, brought up the year. So now we are. No. But you just said it again. We moved from that, and you brought it on back up, and you said this year. So now we at the point where we're saying, well, why marry me within a year? And you said, I'm going to explain to you why, because I don't want you to get away, but you didn't want to be disrespectful in front of my mother. So that's where we're at.
So obviously, that guy who's worth whatever he's worth saw something in this woman and experienced something with that woman. I'm trying to code the language right now.
I don't
even though
want you to do that. I want you
Okay.
to say what the fuck it
They had
is.
sexual intercourse and stuff like
And
that. and
she
it was
swallowed the
banging
shit out of
Right,
him.
Exactly.
She swallowed the shit out of him, and he ain't never got swallowed like that ever.
Right.
Since you all said I can go there,
Yes.
okay? All right.
So that's the reason. That's the reason why he proposed, right?
I'm okay.
Right? That's the reason. That's the reason why he proposed.
she might.
We only messing with you, but thank you for being respectful.
Yes, for real.
I am.
Yeah, you are. But you don't have to be.
Dion, thanks for these jelly beans. They're gone.
Yeah, she did something. She did something. He did. He might have done something to her to flip it on the other side. Yeah. That's what it is.
So, but then it's not. It's still not love, though. It's love.
It's love.
It's lust.
It's lust.
It's good ass lust love. It's good ass lust love. But you got to sign that prenup because the money is
It's still an issue.
the money is a factor. Excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. The money is a factor. So the thing about it is, within that year, yes, that prenup has to be in place, regardless of who made who feel great, who did this, who pegged who swallowed that,
Peg, y'all.
who did this, who got penis slapped and everything, who all that kind of shit. You understand what I'm saying? If you slap, if she let you, you want to see it, see, if she let you penis slap her, yeah, women get penis slapped, yeah.
I don't know what that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, that's another different conversation. But you said we can go there, right?
We can, but I just want to
So
elaborate
you-
on that later. I want to elaborate on that later.
Right, no, you just knocking on the door before you go in. So we're talking about law at this point now, since y'all talking about prenups and marriage and all of that. Then why just get married? Why just do the shacking up thing? What's the difference?
Right,
That's true. He normally proposes.
Not nowadays. I'm trying to tell you, not nowadays.
What? Not nowadays. What?
Women are proposing to men.
We see it.
Are y'all?
Y'all know of any woman that's doing this, or is this what you all are seeing?
This is what I've seen on through social media with the younger generation. The younger generation is doing this. They are on their knees, doing whether it be they're on vacation somewhere. The women are on their knees proposing to the men. So in essence, the women think they got the penis. They think they the man.
If they want to look at old school traditions, yeah, but everybody still have to adapt too. So if it's two men getting married, two women getting married, who's the one is saying who is who at this point? And both of them, say both the women come out in dresses and both the men come out in pants. Which one is what? Nobody. That's why I just said why even get married, because the only thing you're doing is getting married for the legal portion of it.
Exactly.
That's it.
So ain't no
And
love.
then it'll just go right back to the whole prenup, going all the way back to the love, trust, and understanding portion.
Why get married?
Just
and that's why I say it's
Be
gotta
happy
be.
together, and then once it get to a point where one is going to die, then that's when you get the legal portion in, because then you're bringing everything together.
Women are infatuated with the dress. They're infatuated with the ring, the dress, and
the whole ceremony portion.
Right,
yeah.
correct. They are infatuated with that. That is a
I think we used to be.
But that's just a party at that point. If y'all been together for 7 years or been dating for 7 years, now she wants a whole wedding and the ceremony thing, you don't have to.
I think that's
the
a situation for even within ones within that 1 year. They want that whole,
right.
Especially don't let the older sister and then got married. That's another issue right then and there.
I want to touch on something that my sister just said when you said that women are more like impressed for the dress and the wedding, and when she said not anymore, I don't think that we really have the. I can't speak for a lot of women. I do know quite a few that share this. We don't really have that desire anymore. We're more so looking at you, your character, your person. Like, let me speak for myself. I don't really care about the bells and whistles of the wedding. That would be nice. I just want to know, are you my person? That is what I'm looking to see. So that to me supersedes the dress, the wedding, the party, because if we rocking for each other, it's going to always be a party. It's going to always be you and I. And that is what I am more focused on, is the foundation and you, your character, and how we are together more so than the wedding.
What's your age range now?
I am 46. I'll be 47 in 2 months.
Okay. Give me Nidra at 24.
without
Yeah,
the
but that
knowledge.
was different. That's
No,
but
give me
with
neat- no,
time.
no, no, give me neat-
Yes,
no, no, no,
back
no.
then, yes, I would have
Okay,
been.
then.
But
All right.
but then you speaking differently because
No, we're not speaking differently.
because no,
We
I'm
talk-
gonna
we
say
talk- we
because
talk- we
no,
keep-
I'm answering your question
we
because I
keep
had
it
to.
100.
I'm reflecting for just a moment.
Nidra at 24 wants the wedding, wants the dress, wants the bells and the whistles. Nidra at 47, let's go down to City Hall. It's the bottom line.
I understand. I see exactly where he's coming from, and I see where you're coming from. And you're speaking more so of our age group, of the generation where we over it. But what he's saying is, as the women keep coming, you know, each generation does want the wedding. But when you get a certain age and you've been out there, you dating or whatever, you may have had it before, that's for the birds. Let the newer generation deal with it. So I think, is that where you're going when you say,
yeah, we're talking
right, it's
the
like
same
the
way.
same, you know? So women want the wedding, but when you get to a certain point, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay,
So
I can see your point.
I see where you're speaking from, and I see where you're speaking from. I see that.
I can
do.
see that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think I need some more jelly beans.
go get you a drink.
I don't want that. I got water.
Those was non-alcoholic jelly beans.
Huh?
Those was non-alcoholic jelly beans.
Yes, and that's the best kind.
So I'm not going to sign off. I'm not going to sign off this live. We just gonna switch to a different
Non-infused
subject.
jelly beans.
I mean, it all intertwines, right?
Oh, I don't.
It's in
I
it-
do have my infused.
It's intertwined.
What?
The subject matter is still intertwined about the marriage
Right,
and
it's
the
still
whole
the
thing.
same.
Because it still
Yeah.
boils down to
You,
trust.
but you do have a lot of women. That's you do have a consistent amount of women, 45 plus, who have never had that experience.
The experience of marriage or
The
love?
dress, the pomp and circumstances, the open bar, the singing to the hymn, the her. Or, you know, I'm not saying her. We're not even talking like that. The singing the hymn, the garter belt thing. You do have
That's
a
all exciting.
you do have a lot of women that have never experienced that and want to experience that. So, but if you only know that person within a year, nah.
It still goes back to the same thing. You know the person for a year, but yet you're marrying this person.
Right.
So you gotta stick to it.
Bring the drink back in here. Bring
Bring
the
the drinks in here.
Tasha.
Yeah.
Tasha, bring the
Men,
drink
it's
in
not
here.
just the women, the men want to experience that too.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
You know, so
they do. But I'm
It's
saying, right,
Bring the drink back in here, Tasha.
if your thing is, I don't know the person, right? We established that. You don't know the person. Don't marry who you don't know. That makes no sense. To live in a house with a person that you don't trust, that you don't know, that you have to see every day, why marry this person? Why not wait until you get to know who this person is so that you can fully trust and love who you're marrying?
Back in the day, that was called a setup.
What was?
An arranged marriage. That's the setup. We're both affluent families. Your daughter gonna marry my son. That's how it is. Keep it like that.
And it worked?
I don't know. I wasn't there back. I just going by off history. But just knowing somebody for a year, you might that. It really would depend on who those people are. That's getting together for a year.
Let me throw in this.
That comes into play too. That the individuals, that might be their thing.
What?
Be like coming to America.
Right.
Whatever you like.
Right. Along that type of line.
If marriages would work, then I see no problem with it. But they don't work.
I think back in the day, of course,
I've never been married, so I
marriages,
can't say anything about that part.
That worked because I think they was.
there was lack of resources. There was lack of resources. There was a need. We talked about this in one of the podcast sessions. I think it was the last one, right? One of the reasons that we felt that marriages from back in the day, the reason why they more so worked, because they're created a need for it. There was a different structure and a dynamic with marriages 50, 60 years ago. So when most people got married, when a lot of the men were the full head of the household, the family was there. They needed him. There was a dependency that was on him, not just the love and things like that. So marriages worked because they understood the arrangement. They understood the dynamics and the structure. Now, everyone is kind of on the same playing field. We're all on maybe not an even playing field, but we're on similar playing fields. So it doesn't create a need for things. Like, that's the reason why you hear these crazy women saying stuff like, I don't need a man, because they feel as though there's not a need that's created for one. And you hear men saying they don't need a woman because there's not a need. Back then, there was always a need. Relationships worked when there was a need.
I need a woman. There ain't none of that wrong. Who gonna say you don't need a woman?
You said you need a woman?
Yeah. Who gonna sit up and be like, I don't need no woman?
But what type
I
of
like
need?
that you
What,
said that.
talking
When you
about?
say you need her, what you need from her?
right.
What
What type
exactly
of
do you
need?
need from
It
a woman?
depends. Next weekend, I might need her to go out with me hanging out with a married couple. The weekend after that, I just might want to lay up with her.
Okay.
I'm not
I
gonna
like
do
it.
that with that guy over there in Arizona.
So-
Two burly men just, yeah, dog.
So do
No.
you need a woman to be in a relationship, or you need a woman for a friendship, just to kick it, a companionship? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
The show and tell.
right.
Oh, you
You
said,
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
no,
you said
see,
you need a woman, then you was like, she said the needs for what? So I may want to go out with her, and if we're doing another couple.
yeah, that,
or
but you
I
have
may
to.
want to kick it with a.
It has to
lay
come.
up.
It
so,
has to.
I mean,
it has to
is that a
dealing-
friend?
It depends on your relationship with that woman. That comes to an understanding.
Okay.
That understanding becomes into a trust. That trust becomes into love, because
But
that's how you getting to know that person. But if you have, like a lot of guys out here have 2-3 women,
Yeah.
and if you have that woman that's just for hanging out, that's who she fulfills for that guy at that time.
I think that's a good question to ask men. Do they need women? Do they feel as though they need women?
And what do you need her for?
It depends.
What do you-
That's
Are
the.
you looking? Are you needing her to build a relationship? Are you needing her to survive? Like, what type of need do we need?
Well, for me right now, the only reason why I would need a woman in my life is to just enhance my happiness. That's it. But for me right now, I'm not really looking for a woman. If she happens to come, she comes. If it just depends.
So let me
But-
ask you this, Manny.
I'm listening.
If you met a woman right now that you fell in love with, one that you've never ever came in encounter with, you never ever met anyone that made you feel like this, right?
I'm
But you
listening.
got this $1 million in your bank account,
She don't know that.
and you ask her to marry you. Are you making her sign a prenup?
I'm not gonna ask her to marry me because I don't even have a complete understanding of why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Then I gotta figure that part out. Why did she just walk past me and I'm like, yeah, I just want my life to her? No, I gotta get that through my head first.
So you're not going to ask her to marry you before you feel like you can trust her.
Correct. I don't even understand why I just got so smitten over the woman yet.
That's powerful right there, to understand why you love somebody.
Right?
Why
we
do
need
I
to
like
figure
you
out
so
why
much?
do I like you? What it is about
Yes.
you that I like
That
you?
I
That
like
I
you.
really want you in my space like that.
Right.
Those are questions we do not ask at all.
But
Seriously.
once you interacting with that person, those questions are going to come out anyway. At least I know with me. If I'm hanging out with you all the time, we're talking on the phone all the time, those questions I don't need to ask them because they're just going to come out naturally.
You're gonna see it.
Right.
You're gonna be like, okay.
And then that's
I
going to
need
be
that.
that's going to be that understanding.
You know.
And then that's when that trust going to come into play.
So now that we have this knowledge and understanding from these good black men here, let me talk to my girls. Are y'all signing a prenup?
No.
I'm not getting married if that's the case.
Mama?
Not at my age.
That's what I'm saying. So is the relationship over?
Yeah, because it's something for me. The way I'm looking at it, it's something about me you don't trust. So let's talk about it. Why are you asking me to do this? Do you
Let's talk
think?
about
Do
it,
you?
Jamal.
Do you think?
If
Do you?
Why
had-
are you
if
asking
had
this
30
woman
million
to
in the
marry
bank,
you
and this guy
if you don't?
had
Hold on.
100,000 or 100.
Uh-huh.
If you had
30 million in the bank and this guy only had 100. What you gonna do?
Because the way we gel with each other, and what you have shown me, what I have heard, because I'm there. You're not here for my money. We gonna do this together. I'm not looking at this. First off, with the prenup, we already going into it thinking we gonna break up. I ain't going into it like that. That's what that is telling me. Okay. We're going into this, you already thinking of the negatives. You already thinking of the what if this relationship don't work.
So who's selling their house first?
What you mean?
You got your own crib, he got his own crib. Who's selling the house first?
We could do whatever we want to do with our house, but we gonna get one together. If you want to rent yours and sell it, you can do that. If I want to rent mine or whatever, but we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna have conversations about that. And a lot of people are not doing that. It's just all about having conversations. And sometimes they may be difficult conversations, but they need to be had.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they need to be had.
They need to be had. Because now we going in not really knowing. I don't even know. You know, I mean, we need to talk about it. And as time go on, you're going to show. But you know it's flaws. But this the thing. When we love them flaws.
He snore
and
too
we
loud.
love, you know, because we ain't going to go into it like, you know. But you got to love that about. You got to love
I
certain
gotta
things.
agree that, because going back to your question about if he had 100 and I had whatever, before it even got to this point, that wouldn't even be a factor. Like, I would have already gauged his character. I would have already known and felt what his intentions were. I would have something like, before it get to the point that I am ready to commit my life and our lives together, I would already have known that. You know what I mean? I would already have determined if you are a liability or an asset to me. And so before I make the determination to say, yes, I am going to become your wife, knowing that I have 30 million and you have $100, we have 30 million and 100 together, because that's not within your character. Before I am going to allow you to be not allow, but before I become your wife and allow us to get to that. You see what I'm saying? And there's a different level of trust that as a woman I would want to have in my mate. So if you are the person and you're telling me that you want me to be your wife, you don't view me in that same, we're not looking through the same lens at each other. And that's what it means to women. And that's why this question is so important to us, because that's how we view it.
But I want to also add, because I really wasn't paying attention to them numbers. So you say I have 30. No, I'm finna break it down to people, and I'm gonna keep it real. You say I have 30 million in the bank. He have 100,000.
What you thought? 100.
100, not
Not
100,000.
100,000.
Oh, you said $100?
$100.
Drop 3
Oh, wait.
Drop
I'm
3
okay. I
zeros.
thought he said 100,000, but I'm still finna.
Drop them
Listen.
3
$100.
I'm still gonna say something as I'm really thinking about these numbers.
Here we go.
I got 30 million. He have 100,000. I'm still gonna let me finish this. What I thought. I'm still gonna go 100,000. I'm not even looking at you.
That's true.
You and the reason why I'm saying that, because I'm not hanging with people like that. That's not even my crowd anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm better, but that's not my crowd anymore.
True.
That's not my crowd anymore. That's not my crowd anymore. Because I'm gonna say this. I'm one of the
For
women.
the sake of this one here. Listen.
I'm going to-
No.
I'm going to get me a
Let me
drink.
finish. No, let me
I'm not
finish.
changing what
Stand
I said.
on business,
This is what I
Nidra.
want to say.
I did. I'm not changing what I said.
You're not changing. Wait,
I'm not
1 second,
changing what
Tasha.
I said.
You're not changing. I'm coming right back to you.
Okay.
I'm
You're
not
not changing.
changing what I said.
If you got 30 million and he has $100, it is what it is.
Thought he said 100,000.
Nidra, 30 million. You stay on it.
I'm staying on it, because you know what I said? The reason why I said it is because if I accepted him, no, Tasha, we're not changing. So what happened? So let me explain. Whenever a question is presented, when a question is presented, you all start changing the narrative. If you stick with the question at hand, the question isn't if he had this, if he had that. The question is if the man you had 30 million and he had 100 and he asked you to marry him. You already knew all of that. You guys are, wait a minute, you guys are already changing, talking about, well, what if he had this and I wouldn't be in this crowd? Stick with the question. We're not changing anything. The bottom line is.
Hey, you changed it. You said,
No, I did
you
not
said if
change
I
it.
have
Mom,
a third.
I did not change it.
Nidra,
I
you said-
was, if this was, if he was my man, and I've decided, I said that before it even got to a point where I'm agreeing.
Nidra, hold on 1 second. Hello? I can't hear whoever is calling, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I said, and I said that because if I said that
I'm not.
because if
I'm
I am dating this person,
I'm not.
I already knew
I'm
that
not.
he had
I'm not.
$100. If I'm dating I'm saying
If
what
you
I'm
was.
saying
I see.
is
If you
that
already
we're
knew
not.
that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So before it even gets to that
already knew that
point,
situation.
you already knew this. So me telling him to sign a prenup is futile. I already know this man. That's what I'm saying.
On
So
that part, I see
you
what
all
you're
are
saying.
changing the narrative, saying, well, if he had this and I wouldn't be in this crowd. That's not the question. The question was, if he had $100 and you had 30 million, would you make your man sign a prenup? That's the only question. We're not saying, well, I wouldn't be in this crowd and I wouldn't do this. The bottom line is you already
wouldn't be my
knew-
man.
Okay, so then
He
you
wouldn't be
standing
my
there.
man.
He wouldn't be my
Yeah,
man.
he wouldn't be my
Okay.
man.
But I'm saying for the sake of this,
If he was your man,
for
I
the
get
sake
it.
of this question, if he was my man, before I get to the point that I'm going to say, yes, I will be your wife, I already know he got $100. I already know that our bank accounts don't match up. I'm saying that for the sake of this question, if that is the situation, I have to stand by him, because if I'm going to say yes to him, I already know what he is, and he's not here for my money.
You signing that prenup
That's
or
what I'm
not?
saying.
You making him
He's
sign
not
it?
signing the prenup, because
You gonna, so you saying okay?
yes, that's what I'm saying.
You saying
because
okay?
I wouldn't be marrying him if I thought that he was for my money. That's what we're saying. That's the whole purpose.
Everybody heard it there first.
I would not be marrying him.
Nidra said it
if
there first.
I thought that he was here for my money.
Nidra said it
That's
there
why I
first.
said,
She said
before
this.
He gets to
Y'all
my
hear this, right?
man,
You heard this, right? Nidra said this. Point, and we talking to a whole America. Men, if you got $100 in your account,
You don't have a chance.
Nidra is up. Is 30 million up? Go holler. Holler at Nidra right now.
Jamal,
Holler at Nidra right now.
Jamal,
What's up, baby?
you want to change the narrative. He want to change the narrative.
I ain't changing nothing.
No, Tasha.
Tasha kept it
You
real.
had to think
No.
about them numbers.
No.
Tasha kept it real. I thought, hey, brother, hey,
I'm not doing it.
Bullshit aside,
No.
I'm not
I thought
doing
you
it.
said- I thought you said 30 and 100 million. I thought you was talking like that.
Okay, I thought he said 100,000.
No,
No.
That's why I went back.
He said,
Here in
you-
Chicago,
hey.
you do have those people that move in those crowds. Here in Chicago, you do have those people that move in those crowds with the rich elite, and they don't have anything. You want to know how I
They ain't
know?
moving in them crowds like that.
Yes, because I'm one of
They
them.
got-
I don't have but I walk around, put on a nice suit, and go to a ball and know how to dance and know how to eat with my solid. But with those people, yes, I have done that.
So
And blended with the crowd.
These are your, because I have done it too now.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
talk
what I'm
about it.
saying.
So these are your people. These are your people that you kick it with on a regular.
Yeah,
$1 million, 30 million and up.
yeah.
And you nowhere near there.
Nowhere near that.
Somebody doing something wrong. Because you should be there if you kicking it with these people like that all the time.
No, because I have a different mindset than all of that. Because I'm not gonna sit up there. Since we going 100, I'm not gonna sit up there and degrade myself for certain things. I'm not gonna sit up there and have that
$1 million bag sitting over there.
Okay,
No,
so you wanna
no, this we
so you
going
want a whole different-
we going to other. No,
You different.
No.
I,
that's what I'm saying.
no,
It's
I
certain things
respect-
that I see,
I
and I'm not.
respect- see,
That's not gonna
and-
be me.
And that's the thing. You know what? Is assumptions going on. So I'm thinking of a certain crowd. And
No,
you
no,
of a certain crowd. So I
no,
get
no.
what you're saying.
We're saying the same crowd.
No, but you said you're not going to degrade
I-
yourself. So
yeah.
I respect that.
No, I've seen from politicians to movie stars and music people doing weird stuff that I'm not about to sit up there and be like, well, yeah, I'll get that bag for doing that. Oh, okay. Nah.
I think what's happening is you're saying one thing that Tasha is basically saying that to be in the presence of those type of people, something sort of soaked up, like we should have soaked up some type of knowledge so that, or some type of whatever, so that we're not in the same, we should be at the same level as them, if not climbing to reach that level. But you were saying, because we were missing key points to your story, that you were saying that because of the things that they do, that's the reason why they're in that millionaire status. You wouldn't, of course, put yourself in that type of limelight to do what they do. Am I saying that correctly?
Nah, she was saying that she wouldn't be hanging around those type of people that had lesser money than her.
Right. We
Right.
we got that
But
one.
on those levels, it's just not the people that was doing things right. There are also people that was doing things wrong.
Right, which is
So,
what I agree to.
right, and that's what I'm saying. You could be in that same room around those same people, and don't make that same amount of money because you don't what?
I don't want it to get twisted the way you just explained that.
That's just how it came up, right?
That's how. Okay. I'm standing on what I'm. If I'm making $30 million, I'm not. Why you $100? No, I'm not. 'Cause I
You
wanna
still
tell you how to
stand
get
on
the
it,
game.
right?
I am.
That's what I'm saying.
on
Yeah,
that.
still stand on it.
So yeah.
Yeah.
30 million. That's what we're talking. We're talking
Right,
30
yeah.
million. We're not talking about. When I'm there now, I'm just saying. 30
No,
million.
that's what
not.
I'm saying.
I'm not.
No,
I'm
understandable. Understandable.
I'm not.
What in the world?
You? I don't know. You Mama Nell? You Mama Nell? You dating somebody? You in the 30 million crowd?
I mean, so Tasha, realistically,
Yeah, right
none
there.
of us would deal with these type of
But
people.
he asked
Really,
this question,
I'm
so
saying
we're
no.
not gonna-
Realistically,
so
we
I'm
wouldn't.
not gonna have
But
you
but-
sign no prenup because we're not.
Yeah, but
Right.
it just came from
Right,
the whole
but I'm
prenup
saying
thing, coming from
if-
a guy having the money and then
right.
the woman
But I'm
didn't.
saying if this was like
It's about the trust.
it's right,
That's
and
what
that's
it
the
all
whole
boils down
point.
to.
Because everybody
Nidra.
is changing it to what we can do.
Nidra.
and what we could. I'm not changing what I'm saying, Jamal.
You said realistically. Come on. You
But
just
what
said before.
Jamal.
You
Jamal,
just said that
don't
you
try
would.
to-
You
don't try to
know.
twist
You
my
said
words.
if you 30 million up.
Crack that door.
You said if you 30 million up and he's $100 up, you would deal with the situation. That's what you said,
I'm
right?
not
Did you,
doing it.
Tasha? Did she say that?
Yeah.
And-
I'm
But
not.
now you change.
I'm not changing.
Now you changing it.
I don't know why you keep thinking I'm changing it. I'm not. I have never strayed.
So
Number
that
one,
means
hold on,
we have no
Tasha.
business
Number
being here.
one, I
That's
have
the
never
bottom line.
changed anything that I
have no
said.
business getting
I
married. That's why I'm not
said,
doing it.
for the sake of this question and the sake of this argument,
We're not talking hypotheticals.
I'm saying for what he said, because what you all started doing is Tasha said, well, I wouldn't be in the room with them. That wasn't the question. Then you said, well, you changed it. That wasn't the question either. If we stick with the question at hand, he said, because we were talking initially about a woman signing a prenup, then you all flipped it and said a man signing a prenup. And he said, if the man had $100 and the woman had $30 million, would she make him sign a prenup? And I said, before it got to that level, if this was my man, and I already would know the type of person he is, I would already know his income, I would already know everything else about him, then I would trust him enough before it got to that level, before it got to us dating, before it got to me. Because yes, we already know realistically, if I'm in a 30 million, I may never be in a situation where he's at $100 where I would even date this man. But for the sake of this argument and the sake of this discussion, if we stick with the facts and not start changing the narrative, we would know He said $100 and the woman is 30 million. If that is my man and he asked me to marry him and I already know him, I know he's not here for my money. Before it gets to the level of me saying yes, before it gets to the level of me dating him, I would already know that if whether or not this is the man for me before we get to that. That is what I said. I'm not changing what I said.
Jamal.
Cap.
If we had $100 together and I won that
Cap.
lottery, yeah, we get married.
As these young kids say,
we
Cap.
have $100 together and I win that
Nidra,
lottery, we
hey,
get married.
So-
you've changed.
Will
You've
you
changed
marry me?
along the conversation. You've changed. So basically, you're going on record. You're going on. Hey, get the mic. Get the mic. You going
I
on.
was to go back and watch everything I said the same.
You're going on record as saying right now.
I said it. I
You're
said
30
what I
million
said.
up.
I said
You
what
would
I
deal.
said.
You would deal and get married to a man that's $100 up.
You keep
Yes or
changing
no?
the
Yes or no?
narrative. I said for the sake of this
No,
argument.
no.
And
Answer the
did-
question.
Did I not say for the sake of this discussion?
You
No.
you changing it.
I'm
You
not
said what you
changing it.
said.
I'm not changing it.
Okay,
I haven't
all right.
changed it. I
You
stood on
said what you
I
said. She did. You did. You. I'm telling you
You know
on this
what's
pod.
crazy? Nobody else said I changed it, but you.
I'm telling you. Hey, they might not. They know you.
Oh my God.
They know you. I know you through Facebook and everything. I'm saying I'm going off what your word. Your word means your bond. It means
And I
everything.
said what I said.
And the
Yes,
thing about
I
it is,
did.
you're changing the narrative now after you didn't have some reflection and think about no, I'm not finna marry a nigga that's $100 up.
Did I say I
With I'm married. I'm 30 million up, and I'm $100 up.
married? I said that I was.
And initially, you did say that.
That's not what I said, Jamal.
Because no one's going to do no one in here is going to do that. Male or male, no male in here or no woman in here who's $30 million up is not going to marry a person that's $100 up,
We're not doing it. That's
$100,000 up either. Could be a.
That's what I'm saying. We're not.
That is a. We are talking.
Get the mic.
You're
Get the
not
mic.
doing
Get
it.
the
You're
mic.
not doing it.
We
You're
are
not
talking
doing it.
about
We're not
for
doing
the
it.
sake of his discussion. For the sake of this discussion.
Can't put it on the parameter for sake of
It
this
is
discussion.
for the sake.
You
I've
gotta-
been
you
saying
gotta
that
put it-
from day one. I've been saying that.
Don't
since
put
we
it on the sake of
started
this discussion because
I've been saying
you
that since we
you're gonna
started.
you're gonna if somebody watches this podcast, they're gonna sit up there regardless and look at this podcast and sit up there and say, well, I think she worth about 150
Nobody
or
would
more.
ever say that.
Let me
You know,
shoot my shot.
Nobody would ever say that because you know what they would say, that they understand that this is a discussion.
Let me
That's
shoot
what
my
they would
shot.
say. Nobody would be saying, "Let me shoot my shot" because she got 30 million and I got $100. Nobody would be saying.
Yes,
that.
they would.
You sound crazy.
Yes, they would.
You talk about people sitting
Let me
here
shoot my
watching.
shot.
So you think, if you think I got 30 million and you got $100 and you think you got a shot, shoot it. You really think that
There you go. You heard it there first, right there. Shoot it.
Sound crazy. You sound crazy. Crazy.
So based off what you all just said just now, oh, I know she got or he got 30 million. Let me shoot my shot. Do y'all think people sit back and watch people and pay attention to what people say and decide whether or not they're going to approach for their benefit? Is that what people doing?
Whether it be on the small tier level, mid
On
tier,
the big one. Yep.
top tier.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
So everybody is out to get something.
Especially if you don't have nothing.
Damn.
If you got health care and my teeth bad,
You know, I was told, speaking of teeth, since we on this subject, I know we all over the place. We just talking now, y'all. But since we talking about teeth, I was told by a powerful sister, because I was checking this guy out, but he didn't have any teeth. And I didn't realize, wait, and I didn't realize that the amount of teeth that was missing. So I was having a conversation with one of my good, powerful sisters, and she told me, if a man does not have teeth, that means he does not care about himself, his well-being, how he looks, how he moves. He doesn't really care about himself. Is that the truth?
truth.
I disagree.
That's truth.
That is not the truth.
Disagree. Let's hear this.
That is not true.
What?
That's true.
How so? Please explain how it's true.
You said you said it. You said it, brother, not me. You said that's true. You said it's not true. I said it's true.
And I said, how so? Why do you think it's true?
Because your face is your presentation to everything. Your smile is a presentation of everything. Your smile is what gets them in. If a nigga got no teeth, no, fuck that, man. Pause. No homo. For real.
That's interesting because
I'm on time.
So you saying because a person don't have teeth that they don't care about themselves? How do you
At
know that they
all.
can-
At all. You
how
don't
do
care
know that they
about
can
brushing your
afford-
teeth?
First of all,
My fault.
you know
I'm
what?
sorry.
I'll say
Sorry.
this. I'll say this. You said that you don't care. You don't brush your teeth. That's not true because first of all, what people don't understand is just because you brush your teeth don't mean that your teeth won't go bad. If you have a thin layer of enamel on your teeth, and let's say you can't afford to have your teeth fixed, then that thin layer of enamel is going to wear out, no matter what you do without that. Please, what?
What did you just say in your statement? What did you just say?
Which part?
Which part did you say of an enamel? Something about care.
Yeah.
You don't care about your teeth. You said it yourself.
I
Right there,
said-
you validated my statement. Not
I
and
just
not that we
said
doing
if
that.
you have a thin layer of enamel,
Uh-huh.
no matter what you do, if you can't afford to get your teeth fixed,
You can't
then
afford?
there's nothing. Yeah, not
You
everybody
got to
can
get somebody
afford
with
to
that
get their
$100,000
teeth fixed.
and get the health care and get on
And
somebody's
that's
health
why
care.
folks is getting married within a year.
Afford to get the teeth fixed. You can't afford to be in no type of relationship smiling in someone's face. You cannot. I don't want to hear that. I can't afford.
I almost
if
spit
I
this drink
work,
out.
put money to the side. There's payment plans. Everybody walking around here 50 plus with braces now.
That sounds good,
And
but again, not everybody can afford. You don't know everybody's situation,
I
so
don't
you
want to
can't
know
say that.
everybody's situation, and that's fine.
Because
Listen, but I think you're missing a point. I don't care if it's $10 put to the side. You go to the dentist, it's payment plans. You put money to the side. Why are you
Pass the
in
mic
a
over here.
woman face? Why are you can afford to date? You can afford to be in a relationship, but you can't afford to get this fixed?
Tasha, hold on.
How is that making sense?
Hold that thought. I got a question. Ladero said, what if he's diabetic, sickle cell, or etc.? Doesn't mean he or she doesn't care about themselves.
Dentures.
I was
going
gonna
to
get into
the
that.
doctor, so you
Again,
can't
you
get that.
Stop making excuses.
I said
nigga.
if you can't
that's what
afford.
it is.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let me change this up a little bit.
I wouldn't say that towards you, but
No,
Just in general.
No,
right.
I know. No, I get that. I get that. Let me change it up just a smidge. What if your teeth are crooked and you have money? Do that mean that you don't care about your appearance?
So you left from your having no teeth to crooked. We didn't say nothing about that.
That's why I said let me change it up.
But we're not talking about that.
Yes, it's basically it's
I see
the
what
same.
you're saying.
It's the,
We're not-
well, this is why I changed it. This is why I changed it. No, I know. I'm just saying this is why I say that because you're saying that if you walking around with no teeth in your mouth, that you don't care about your appearance. It's the same thing if you have crooked teeth and you have money. Look at all these people with all this money. Matter of fact, there are people that are missing a nice amount of teeth with money, and they did not go and do anything about it.
So
What about the people with the gaps in their mouth and their teeth?
You
It's the
take-
same thing.
It's
It's the
not
same thing because all of that can be fixed.
Missing all of this is the same thing as having this in the gap. Missing all of this is the same thing as having a crooked teeth.
Yes,
Are
because
serious?
you can fix it all because it can all be fixed. You
But
can't
that-
fix a gap. You can't fix crooked teeth.
We
But
left the subject of no teeth.
That's because I asked a simple question because it's on the same basis. It's on the same basis. How come it's not?
Because majority of us is walking around here with crooked teeth. That has nothing
I
to
got
do
a gap,
with
too.
missing. That has nothing
My
to do
point.
with that's not your point. It
That
has
is my
nothing to
point
do
because it all can be
Okay, so
fixed. Is
you're
what I'm
right.
saying.
It's your point. It's your point.
Why are you gonna beat me up? I do too.
I got a gap
No,
too.
but we're not. But this is
It's the
Are we
difference
talking
between
about a gap or are we
no
talking about-
teeth
No, I'm
and
just
some
saying,
teeth.
No, I'm just.
Are we
absolutely.
talking about a gap?
Right.
Are we talking about crooked teeth or are we talking about missing teeth?
No
Okay.
teeth.
We
What are
were
we
talking.
talking about?
The whole
Let's
point of me.
stick to the story. We were talking about no teeth.
There's no issue with a gap or crooked teeth. There's no issue with that.
The point that I was making with that is the fact that all of it can be fixed. You can get a gap fixed. You can get missing teeth fixed. if you don't have any teeth, like you said, you can get dentures, but you don't know everybody's situation. And then on top of that, just because a person don't have teeth don't mean that they don't care about themselves, because at this point, maybe when one, you don't know why they lost their teeth. But with that, at that point, it could have been a real low point in their life and they lost their teeth and some years passed. They've gotten comfortable with that. And now they have money. They can get it fixed. But it's like some people just like, hey, this is me.
So because that's you, and I'm fine with that, and I respect that, this is just me needing you to get your mouth fixed. If you want to be in my face talking. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. You could do who you want to do over there, and I could do, that's just, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's my opinion on that, but how are you that comfortable and you walking around like that's appearance? All of this is gone.
Because again, you never know why a person lost their teeth. So with that, you get comfortable with certain things. So, okay, you know, people gonna accept me for whoever I am, you know, for whatever I look like. So like you were saying that, you know, you don't care about your appearance. I don't agree with that. Because, yeah. No, I'm saying you said that people don't care about their appearance, you know, missing teeth. That's what I was saying. Cause,
brother,
mm-hmm.
brother, my man, you can't give them. It's got to be accountability. And it ain't. I'm not never siding on anything, but the situation is teeth are important. Teeth is actually, I just learned this years ago. Teeth are important to the health of your heart. You have to take care of your teeth, no matter what. In our community, at times, especially if we coming out of college or get into these trades or whatever, we don't get on these healthcare plans because all we think about is what? Money. Mm-hmm. We think about money so much that we neglect, and we have that kind of mindset that we don't give two shits about our health care. We don't give two shits about nothing because that's money being taken out for such. I've been through that. I understand what you're saying. It took me a long time to be educated and learn. You can't sit up here and make excuses for these people and for our people who are ignorant in that situation. Teeth is connected to the heart. You must brush your teeth at night before you go to bed. Brush your teeth in the morning because of breath. We think brushing teeth is because of breath. I just, like I said, I had to find out from, that it's healthcare and it's directly to the heart.
Yep.
And wherever else, because everything so much in the body is connected.
Everything is connected.
In essence, if a person doesn't care about their teeth and they got two goalposts in their mouth, pause, especially if it's a guy that got all this shit missing right here and got just this and this, and trust me, I got some missing teeth. And that's due to popcorn. You know what I'm saying? That's due to popcorn and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's due to that. But it took me a long time to understand about the health care of the teeth. We can't keep making excuses for such. Health care for teeth, and we got to impress this upon the younger generation to let them know that, hey, if they offer you health care at your workplace, in your career, please do. Health care, go see the dentist. Besides telling our brothers to go see the doctor, go see the dentist too, because that dental care is worth it. I mean, you know, otherwise you'll be like going to More Smiles over there on 103rd and West, and they text me every goddamn day, come get your teeth implants right now. And you talking about spending $20,000 on teeth implants just so I can look like one of these celebrities out there in L.A. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to be negative or anything what you're saying, brother, but we can't keep projecting that kind of mindset on each other. The thing about it is you having teeth and health care, having teeth care is essential and needed. That's my TED talk.
Thank you.
And I agree with you. I you know, my point. Right. Right. Now, nothing that you said, I disagree with. Everything you said, yes, is quite correct. But again, you're saying that it's an excuse. No, it's not. It's just the way it is. Because some people, again, can't afford it. You know. Yeah. So you can't, you know, you can't say that because this person don't they don't have any teeth that they don't care about themselves.
Okay, so let me ask this then. Hold that thought, y'all, on similar. And I want to throw two questions in. One from Ladero and then this question. So is it fair, or no, that's not the right word. Should a person that does not have teeth and maybe can't afford teeth for whatever reason they don't have teeth, should they be trying to date?
No.
What y'all say?
I say yeah, because there's somebody for everybody. And again, my point's going to come back to you don't know that person's situation.
They on their level.
Okay. So Ladera Walls asked, or no, he asked, men will take, no, he said, I'm sorry, y'all. Men will take a woman when she's down and build her up. Money is not a deal breaker for most men. So that brings me back to, why are we marrying within a year then if there's no trust and if money ain't the deal breaker? What we marrying for?
Because you want control.
Say it loud.
Because you want control. You see her down.
Because we getting to the bottom of things tonight, y'all.
You see her down. You see her down like that. You want control. You know she down like that.
And when a person, it's not even gender specific, but when a person has control over another person, that validates the insecurities and the need that they have to control situations. It's never about the other person. It's always about the person. And that's why they need to marry within a year, because they need constant love, constant validations, because of their own demons that they're dealing with. So sign, you got this prenup, you got all of this money, and you want me to sign a prenup because you don't want me to touch your money, because you're not marrying me for love. You're marrying me because you need
but you want to build me up.
what I offer you.
But you want to build me up. Something don't make sense. That's it.
It ain't making sense at all.
Yeah,
But then you want to blame the whoever for not wanting to sign a prenup when you ain't being honest about the real reason why you want to get married.
Yeah, but
If we can be honest about the real reason why we get married, then I think relationships will work.
If you like I said from the beginning, the person that's marrying somebody within a year, regardless of whatever kind of factors and whatever what they got and what they don't got, they don't know that person within that whole year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they don't know that person.
They don't know that person. Neither one of them know each other.
Yep.
And the prenup, the prenup, that has to come into play.
But it cannot come into play because you shouldn't be marrying somebody you
say that, but the thing about it is you say they shouldn't be marrying, but
because they're not marrying for the right and the proper and the healthy reasons.
Yeah.
And that's why they putting that prenup in place.
And that's why they putting the prenup in place.
Because they know deep down they don't know that person.
Don't know,
and they don't trust that person.
And they don't trust the person.
So let me go go ahead and sign this prenup.
But if you got if you come in there with and you only $100 up, and you got 30 million, you got 30 million in a year, shit, that's a motherfucking come up.
I see teeth in your future.
I'm finna build him up so I can control him. So I can run him.
Jamal, you better duck when we go outside.
I run him. I don't want to run nobody.
Jamal, you better duck when we go outside.
So since we just
he said that's teeth in he said that's new teeth.
So let me ask y'all this.
You remember that? You remember what happened in that movie where Bobby Brown got with the old girl? She cleaned him up.
You talking about Whitney Houston?
No, not that situation. There, look at you.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of the movie, but I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of the movie.
I can't.
It was Vivica Fox.
Jamal,
It was
pass this
Vivica
to
Fox.
Sasha.
That was his. That
Was it Vivica or was it Wendy?
no, that was Vivica. If I'm not mistaken, that was Vivica that got him, found him.
This?
He had the curl, he had the
right
bad teeth, and she fixed him up. I can't remember the name of the movie.
It was Bobby Brown, Martin Lawrence. What's the movie?
Thin line between love and hate.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of that, do men respect women that propose to them?
I would.
You would?
Why not?
I'm gonna hit this one.
Wait, put.
Why wouldn't I? Why shouldn't I?
Woman asked married her, would you marry her?
That Jamaican
This right here. She want this
with the light.
with the
If a woman
lighter.
asked you to marry her, would you marry her?
I can't. You gotta ask that question in the mic because I know it was good.
I have a question for the men. Any of the men that are listening and any of the men in this room.
Come on.
If a woman asked you to marry her, would you accept her proposal?
If it's the woman that I love, yes.
So why haven't you proposed to her?
Maybe she beat me to it. I mean,
So,
How you feel about that? That she beat you to it?
hey, it is what it is.
so you don't. So you will still love her and respect her the same if she got on one knee.
Why wouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? Let me rephrase that question. Why shouldn't I respect her?
I don't know. For me, I'm still gender role specific. I love a man to do man stuff, and I know people say, "What is man stuff?" Man shit.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know.
It is.
And I want to do woman shit. I
Yeah.
want to cook.
Yeah.
I want to clean. I want to take care. I want to nurture. I want to do that. And I want the man to cut the grass. You know, do that man shit.
And I
But
feel
I ain't finna get on my knee and propose to no man. What kind of
now.
mess is that?
Now let me say this. I'm not saying that it's a necessity. I mean, but if it happens, it happens. Because now going back to you saying the man stuff, the woman stuff, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But you know, some things you can't. You know, some things just happen the way it happens. Now, now what I would do after that, because maybe I wasn't, you know, maybe I was kind of nervous to ask her.
Okay,
You know,
that's fair.
maybe I was kind of nervous to ask her, and I wasn't really sure because we never really had the conversation about marriage. And she came to me and was like, "Hey, you know, been thinking about it, you know, this blah blah blah," and she asked me to marry her. I would say yes, or I probably would say no, and then I would turn around and ask her. You know, because it's like, you know, now I know how she definitely know how she feel, and that this is what she wants, especially if this is what I want at that time.
And that's powerful, that what you just said, because that brings me to another question. So is it true, this is for men, because men are the hunters and you all are the aggressors and you all are the approachers. But is it true that you all need to know that a woman likes you first, or a woman has some type of something for you first before you make your move? You don't just make your move just because you are interested.
What do you mean has something for me?
You don't like a woman until they like you. You don't approach a woman, you don't have any intentions of pursuing a woman until you find out she likes you, versus it being the other way around. If you see a woman that you like, right?
Mm-hmm.
You won't approach her until you know there's a possibility that she may be interested in you. You won't just take the chance and pursue.
Well, the crazy thing about me, I'm different from I'm cut different. So my answer to that is yes and no. It just depends on me at the time, because there are I can see a woman that I'm interested in, and it may take me some time to, you know, like build up to actually approach her, and then it may take me some more time to like you said, assess how, you know, how she reacts to me. So at that point, then I'll say, okay, I think she likes me. Because another thing about me is I'm not necessarily always sure if what I'm thinking that a woman likes me is true. So I'll smack myself around like maybe she do, maybe she don't. I don't know. So I'll just wait until I know for sure, like you said, and then maybe I'll make my move.
I have a question. Why you think you're not sure if she likes you or not?
Sometimes because sometimes with me, what I'll do is like say like, okay, we're talking, say we're having just a general conversation, and the conversation could stray, into like interesting grounds. So my thing may be, okay, we're having this conversation, and a lot of women won't have certain types of conversation with every man. So if we're having that conversation, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's, interested. So I'll still have to,
So you're trying to fill her out.
Yeah.
Still trying to, okay.
Yeah, because again, we're having that conversation. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, man, she with it. Then you make your move. Oh no, I'm seeing somebody, or something like that. So it's like, oh, I'm not interested. So it's it's just one of those things. I mean, you can have the conversation with certain women, and it absolutely means nothing. So it goes back to you still have to fill that person out.
Okay, so Jamal, if you are interested in a woman,
No.
do you approach the woman that you're interested? I know you married, so we're not married in here today. Okay, we all single. Okay,
I'm listening.
you single. You see a woman that you're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you approach her, or do you wait and find out if she's interested in you first?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other topic.
Which topic?
You said you let brother over there answer the topic. I was talking when I said no, I meant no. I'm not fan to have nobody propose to me. No woman get on her knees.
I
propose.
forgot I asked that. Okay, yeah.
You moving that goalpost, Black. You moving the goalpost. All right.
It's the tequila. Don't worry about it.
Is the tequila over there? Where is that? Is it gone? Where's
It should
it?
be somewhere. So,
Tequila bottle?
Okay, so
Back out there?
a woman proposing to you is an absolute no.
Hell no. Hell no.
You don't want her on her knees.
No.
Hey, look, I was about to say, wait, hold on. Oh,
God damn.
She's showing you on her knees.
never mind.
Right.
And this
Right.
ain't no proposal.
Not for no
You
proposal.
understand?
Yeah.
She gonna be on them knees.
That might be.
he can be
Hey,
on
look,
that proposal.
look. That might be the prelude to her asking.
Men don't like to be proposed to.
But not to propose.
No, I'm not with that new social media shit. Hell no. I'm a man who stand on 2 feet. No, you're not finna get on your. No, I've did that and. Right.
For real. Get up.
Fuck out of here.
What you say, Manny? You want the woman on her knees to propose?
Excuse me? I missed the whole conversation. I've been doing something else.
You
You
want
want a woman on her knees to propose?
to propose?
Oh, to get married?
I was asking. No, do you want?
She got the ring in her hand? Is it big enough? Oh, my bad. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I would probably end up telling her to get up, and I'd talk to her tomorrow and
Would you be turned
and
off
give me
by
the
it?
ring. I don't know. It depends on how much I like her.
Because if you liked her enough, you would have already proposed to her, right?
Because it seems like after that, and you tell her to get up and you tell her no, which I agree with,
I wouldn't say no.
or you tell her to get up. I think a conversation need to be had.
Yes.
Why she
Thank
feel that she needs to take that
Why she
position
rushing it? Right, yeah. That's how I
to
look at it.
propose. A conversation.
Yeah.
That's an
Again,
entire conversation. Because why are you on your knees?
right?
Seriously.
You think I'm a?
I was about to say, give me the ring.
But
Go ahead.
the new generation of women,
Put the ring on it.
the new generation of women, the younger generation of women are doing that.
I don't even think it's younger.
They getting it from somewhere.
They
if
get
they're
it from
doing
somewhere
The
and
younger
they doing it.
the younger generation. I have not yet seen a a Generation X woman do that through social media?
Let me ask this
I've
question.
seen it.
I've seen it.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me ask this question.
How many times you seen it?
A few.
I've seen it a few
Enough
times.
to make it a thing.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: so you literally mean get on her knees?
Yes, and propose.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, because
knee.
because I'm not even sure if I would get down on one knee. Hell, I'm old. Shit, I got bad knees. I might make a mistake, get down, and there's a rock right there.
And that's what I'm
You
saying.
kneel on
Do
that
you
rock.
all
That shit
think-
ain't gonna be fun.
Do you all think that women are overplaying both roles?
Yes.
Because getting
Yes,
on
not
one
all,
knee,
but yes.
getting on one knee is not feminine at all. So you all say you want a feminine woman. That is not feminine.
Well, they married each other, so they say you can marry anything at this point.
Damn, anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just marrying anything. Huh?
I mean, it is what it is.
Open up
It's-
that door.
Me as a woman, I know when I'm dealing with a leader.
And that's an entire.
I know when I'm dealing
fact.
with a man.
And you know. And
Because
you
if
don't
I'm
want
dealing with that man and he's a leader, there's no way I would even do that. And I know he wouldn't even allow that.
And you know,
Because he's going to be like,
that-
what are you doing?
That is an entire conversation because when men ask, why are you single? To keep me from insulting you, I don't say that. But that's the reason. Because I haven't been shown why I shouldn't be single. But if you say that, then it's like a male bash. But it's
I get a point, but
Yeah.
But that's an insult.
But
If
to
you,
a lot of men, they do receive it as that.
it's an
Yeah.
insult,
They
right?
receive it as that. It's unfortunate, but they do.
like you ain't for me.
That's the way.
but
women
then I
think.
think
That's just the
also
way
it
a
just
nigga
depends
tryna
on where
get
you
in,
are.
that's all. That's just
I
the
think
way. Why he said it to you? He's like he trying to get himself in. He trying to see what's going on.
He trying say what he
He's
trying.
trying to see what's going on. That's what it is. Why you single?
Because women get to telling all the business.
And they get to
He
telling
get to
it.
telling.
But
Right.
see, women. But see,
He trying to
but
see
see,
what's going on. Where your head is at. What's wrong with you? What's up with your mental?
Right, I was about to say because you might be crazy, and then you
Right.
might.
So, but asking me why am I single? Do you think a woman? Us women right here, we're gonna tell you why we single. But the average woman is not gonna tell you that they single because they crazy.
That'll come out in this.
What?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You get to know the woman to find that out.
Well, no, because some of them are straightforward.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yes, they come out and tell you that this is the reason. That's a whole entire question.
I said a lot of men like crazy.
They love it.
They like toxic.
That's an entire
They
question
are.
too.
Crazy is two different things.
Wait, what you
Give
say?
him the mic. Give him the mic.
They teeter-totter along the same.
Say it again.
I said toxic and crazy is two different things.
Break it down for us.
Well, for me, toxic is that woman that's not gonna. She's gonna keep coming at you no matter what you. Babe, we done. Give me everything back, keys, the whole 9 yards, and she's still driving around, pulling up to the house. Crazy is just you might have a woman that's just adores you to the point where she, is a part of the family and you had her around and, you tell her to leave, but she can't. So it's only a amount of crazy that you're going to put up with.
So which one do y'all prefer, crazy or toxic?
If I had to choose one, it'd be crazy.
Toxic or something.
Yeah, I don't think I could do either one. I can't. I can't.
Your girl got crazy. You got crazy. All of us got
We
crazy.
all
definitely-
do.
That's
But
the
see,
level of
but see,
crazy
but
that
see.
you
Here's the
deal
thing,
with.
right? But see, here's the thing.
Or you.
With my crazy, I know my crazy. I can deal with my crazy because I don't have a choice.
See?
Hers, I have a choice. So if I know that you're crazy from jump,
That level of crazy.
I'm going. No.
It's the level
So
of
give me an example of what may be crazy because it's levels to crazy. So give me an example of what of crazy.
Sharon Stone.
That's a bad girl though.
I'm talking about her movies. I'm talking about her movies.
Kardashian.
Yeah, there you go.
What's the level of crazy you all dealt with?
Now that's a
That
lot.
you all have dealt with.
Have
So give us definitions of, we not talking about the movies, we not talking about the celebrities.
about for
We
real.
talking about what do you define crazy? What is crazy that you all have dealt with?
Luckily, I haven't. Luckily, I have not because I can't do it because, to me, crazy is a woman who will go out and bust your windows, flatten your tires.
That's toxic.
Well, no, see, so no, so this is why I say it's crazy, because you about, if it was me and you bust my windows out, you about to make me go crazy because I'm about to kill your ass.
Oh my.
So I'm not going to.
That might be crazy.
Yeah, because they do, and I'm not going to go out and break your windows out. I'll flatten the tire. Fuck it, I've done it once.
Did you?
I've done it once. I've done it once. I only did one tire though. But you look at it this way. You may have you've done other stuff for that person, so it's like for their car. So it's like, hell.
What's your name?
My name is Nathan.
Nathan, I'm gonna move on over.
Come on back here, bro.
I'm gonna move on over
Come on
because
back
Nathan said that if she busts the windows out, he gonna kill her. I said,
Yeah.
that's not crazy. For the windows, windows could be. I'm okay. I'm gonna move on over.
No, it's crazy because
I'm just messing with you.
because and that's just like a woman going out in keying a guy's car. That's crazy.
When you were talking about crazy and toxic, and he said toxic and crazy, I was going to list some things and give some examples
please.
of what you guys would classify as that. So the first one, I will start with the busting out of the windows. What would you classify that as, crazy or toxic?
Crazy.
Manny?
Toxic.
Jamal?
No, I'm sorry. I forgot you was holding this.
Both.
You think it's both? All right, Dion?
It's crazy.
The windows busting is crazy.
Yeah.
What about the keying of the car?
Toxic.
Both.
Keying of the car?
I'm sorry, Tasha.
Keying of the car?
Keying of the car is toxic, but busting the windows is crazy.
No, I was about to say, you know what? And actually thinking about it, like Jamal said, I would say it's both. Because I'll say it's toxic if the guy goes back with her. It's crazy if he doesn't, because that's toxic, because some people just like crazy.
Doing all
Right.
of that,
Right.
doing all of that is coming from a hurt person that does not know how to deal with their emotions.
Yes.
That's
Crazy.
all that boils down
Yes.
to. Crazy, toxic is all the same. It's not good. So it's just
I
a
know.
hurt person that does not know how to balance their emotions.
So I'm gonna leave you with this, right? When you're saying the difference. So busting windows crazy. That's what they call rage, right?
Mm-hmm.
To car up a car, or key up a car, right? That takes a lot of planning and thought because you're there for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
A brick on the window is rage, but to sit there and to carve a car,
Right, like they
toxic.
scratching cheater and
Because you're there
bitch and all
in the
that shit in the
moment,
car.
and you know what you're doing, and you are planning this, and this is something that you genuinely hate. That's toxic.
Crazy people plan.
Yeah, they do.
Because they're hurt and they're in their emotions.
They do. They
So-
do. Crazy people do plan. However, when you're speaking on crazy and toxic, a toxic person is more engaged to me. That's just my thought.
Mm-hmm.
A crazy person, I'm crazy. Yeah, broke that window. See, we had crazy affect our family. My aunt's ex-husband was crazy because if you lived in the row houses, you know that you have to go to the housing authority every time something happened. Well, my grandmother's at housing authority more than normal because he kept coming down there breaking the windows. Now he lived in another high rise, but because my auntie ran down there, he come bust all my grandma's windows out. So now she gotta go to the housing authority. He's toxic because he done it every time they fought. To me, that's toxic. Now crazy, if they have a fight or whatever and he's just having a rage moment, that's crazy. Toxic is something that's repetitive over and over. This is your routine.
Yeah,
That's
I can
toxic.
see that. I can see
That's
that.
what.
I like that analogy that you gave. It's a very clear
Okay,
analogy.
Sunny.
I can see that. I can see exactly where you're walking with that. Because it's repetitive behavior. Toxicity that's what it is. Craziness can sometimes it can teeter-totter along the lines of both. So like Jamal said, I do agree that they both have some similarities. But toxicity is it is repetitive and it is behavioral. It is something that it's controllable. Crazy
toxicity
is controllable. I think it's something that you can control because you can turn it on and off, and you could do what you know. But when you're crazy, that's just you are just you're unhinged. That's the bottom line. You're unhinged.
So why do men like crazy?
They like toxic.
Well, you know what? I'll say this
That's
to
why
answer.
Dion chuckled.
I'm sorry. I just want to state that's why Dion chuckled like that.
To answer that.
I know he likes crazy.
Right.
Wait, hold on.
Hey, look.
Did y'all hear that hearty bellow up?
Right.
Being crazy and having a woman stalk you and call you and text you and show up at your place, that is validating for a lot of people, and they won't admit it, but that feels good because it in their mind it's a sign of love. I'm getting all of this attention and it feels good. But
Share
Do we like who we are? We like who we are.
that's a fact.
We
Well,
like who we are.
We like who we are. Yep.
I don't like crazy and toxic.
I don't either.
I don't do crazy and toxic because I'm not doing crazy and I'm not doing toxic. But if that's what I'm doing, I'm finna find somebody that's gonna go back and forth and do that with me.
And I will say this, that is probably why I'm single, because I like what I like.
Right.
And that shit is
exactly.
yeah. So
that's it. That's all.
Yep.
So opposites don't attract anymore?
They could.
Sometimes.
They could, really.
They don't. Sometimes you see your reflection. It depends on where you are at in your level of. Sorry. It depends on where you're at in your level of life, where you're at in your journey. You're gonna deal with what it is that you see fit, and it is a reflection technically of you. When I was at my lowest, you deal with bullshit. When you are feeling, that you are on top of the world and you achieving and doing what you want to do, you're only gonna walk around people like that. You're only gonna be around people like that. So you have a tendency to attract and what it is that you reflect. So.
We project what we
Because you
reflect.
got something in common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
And you see
something
it, and you see
in
But why don't
common.
we like to
You
admit
have something
that?
in common.
Why don't we like to talk about that out loud? When
You
you,
know
meet
why?
a man,
It's
when you
just
meet
that
a man,
simple.
you meet a woman. Why is
Because-
it the first conversation? Listen, I may be a little bipolarish. I may spaz the fuck out sometimes. Can you handle my spaz out just because?
No.
Okay, well we're gonna move past each other.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
Because don't
Our
make
spirits
something
ain't
out.
gonna come together.
And it's
Go.
okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's
It's
Go.
okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's
Say
okay.
okay.
But the problem be, damn, but I really wanted to fuck her.
Yeah, and I want to really
And
hide
I
who
really
I
wanna-
am. I want to hide who I am so that I can fuck her.
So that I can fuck her.
And we probably can do that and still go our
And
separate
still go
ways.
our separate ways.
We probably can do that and still go our separate ways. We going into this, we ain't looking for nothing.
You can't do that
Bang,
in
bang,
public,
bang.
though. You can't do that.
You
Can't
said
do what
You
in
can't do
public?
that shit in public.
What?
Act a motherfucking fool in public and shit.
Oh,
You can't act
no.
crazy like that and show
But
your
crazy is what crazy is. and
No, you can't show your crazy and toxicity in public. Now, if you
if you sneaking around.
if you private with your crazy and toxicity, yeah, okay, cool. It's an attraction. It's an attraction thing for a brief second, but a nigga nerves get rattled after a while. Like, nigga, bitch, come on, please. Cut the shit out. Cut that shit. You done broke the you done slit the fucking tire. Stop. That shit costs fucking money. What the fuck wrong with you?
And do. Yeah.
Do it at night, cuz
And do.
you might come out busting.
Right.
Nah, it's a dead
You-
person.
no,
If that keep going on
Let the
and
dog
on,
out.
if
But
a
you
Go
Go ahead.
No, you go
But you got motherfuckers out here, these younger generation, and some of ours is in Generation X, because I think we all in Generation X. Am I correct? Everybody's 45 plus. Okay, so Generation X. Some of these, in Generation X, still have the mindset of a Generation X when they were in their 20s and 30s. That's a problem. If you're 50 plus or 45 plus and you're dealing with anything toxicity, crazy, or the combination of both, you have some mental issues.
You have a problem.
Yeah, you have a problem.
You have to look at yourself because you can't keep pointing at them.
And it's cycled.
Yep.
It's cycled problems from your childhood and from
Ooh,
your
an entire
childhood, from
conversation.
your teenagehood and what you didn't seen.
Yes.
So the thing about it is, you have to break that curse and break that generation curse that you didn't seen and have.
Say it again. You have to break that generational
Curse. You got to break that generational curse and that trauma porn that you didn't seen.
Yes.
So you can prosper in life. But anytime that you getting your tires cut at 50 years of age,
That's a problem.
That's an entire problem.
That's a problem.
it is. Anytime you getting your windows broke out
I'm not
by
gonna
another
sit-
50-year-old,
I'm
by
not
another
about
50-year-old.
to sit here
Yeah, I got to
and
preface it.
choose between toxic and crazy. That's not even, shouldn't be in my multiple choice. Why is that even in my multiple choice? What you mean? At the age that I'm at, what do you mean? You would deal with crazy? Neither.
Well, Lucid asked you.
But for real though. For real. Hey y'all. We have went for 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
This has been an amazing session with some great minds and some great input, and this intellect has blew my mind. I have learned so much from you all. And I am just happy you all were here. I want to give a shout out real quick. Sonny Chiba, my engineer, that makes sure everything is on point all the time.
Sonny.
Hey.
Chiba.
Wait, with that hearty
Hey.
laugh that he gave about toxicity
with-
and crazy. We're going
And-
to circle back to that on the next
On the
one.
next one.
Okay,
And then I
okay.
got my Mama Neil over here who provides
It's
the
Mama
highest of the highest of wisdom.
It's Mama Neil.
And then we got Jamal right here. His popcorn, y'all, is fucking phenomenal. 79th and Kedzie, y'all.
Okay, Jamal.
79th and St. Louis. 79th and St.
79th.
Louis. Enjoy Corn Gourmet Popcorn, 79th and St. Louis. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
And then I got Manny over here.
Okay,
Thank
Manny.
you for them inputs, that articulates. I appreciate it.
All right, now.
I got Nate over here. Cinema Sessions, y'all, is in the house.
Nate.
All right, Nate.
Black Panther.
I got this brilliant mind, Tasha, right here, who I just met
Period.
her recently.
Hey,
And her intellect is mind blowing. Okay? Then I got my right hand right here, Nidra, who gets me together all the time. Hey! Thank you all for being here.
Afterwards, Jamal, it is me and you.
$30 million. Hey guys, if you $100 up, don't holler at my girl Nidra. She going.
I'm going to go upside his head after this session.
This is genuinely black, y'all. That's what my friends call me.
Get him.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Thank
Come
you for
back,
the
right?
questions. You can absolutely come back.
Absolutely. But you
are
better bring
welcome.